And here we are. Cheers. Live on the internet. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Adam, what's your Thanksgiving look like?
Having some family over, not doing the traditional thing, but seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. That'll be fun.
Oh, good.
How about you?
I am at the WATP Studio South. Producer Chris is as well. Oh. We're both down here in Florida. And we went shopping for some steaks today. So I'll be grilling out some steaks tomorrow.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on that, obviously. That's too much.
I know y'all hungry.
I got them started.
This is the season. I know y'all hungry. Welcome to Granny's house. Please have a seat.
Please have a seat.
Pick you a plate, yeah, so you can eat.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You see her throwing back all that food. You look so hungry, yeah, I know you wanna eat. Ooh, I want some turkey. I want some ham. Yeah. Maybe some lamb. Tastes so good. Tastes so chicken.
It's a lot of proteins.
I know.
And there's too many proteins.
I believe there's ram and dog.
Lamb and dog. Can't have it all.
I'm hungry.
I am hungry.
Jamarmalade, the great Jamarmalade. Yeah. One of my biggest regrets since we started podcasting was that, he's from Chicago, and our first live show was in Chicago, and I reached out to him. I said, will you come and perform at our live show? And he was at a wedding that weekend, because that would have been one of the greatest surprises ever to have him come out and perform that song. Oh, wow. We couldn't pull it off, Chris, could we?
You can't have it all.
I can't have it all, I guess.
He says you can in the song, but...
Oh, well, then maybe you can have it all.
That chorus part's a cover, right? The chorus part.
Yes.
It's like an old gospel thing.
Grandma's house.
That's why that part's really good, and the rest of it is just kind of mumbling.
That part's great.
Yeah.
But I still understand the lyrics of it. No one can figure out the lyrics.
I just don't know lamb, ram, and I don't know what that is.
Ram, and dog?
Ram, and I don't know.
Is it
Korean?
Korean?
I trailed off there.
Yeah, what are they eating over there? What's going on at Grandma's house? Oh,
Grandma.
I'm so hungry. That's ridiculous. We're live right now on YouTube, I should mention.
Okay.
Oh.
We got a big show for you.
All right.
We got a big show for you on this Thanksgiving Eve. A lot of things going on in the Dabbleverse. A lot of things going on with us. We're the show, people.
What?
Yeah. Can you believe that? We are the show. Are you in a prison, Chris? Be honest.
What do you mean?
I don't know. That background's so plain. Like you look like.
Yeah.
But the shirt's so festive, it couldn't be.
Right.
They treat us right here in.
I can't afford a painting to put on the wall or something. What's wrong with me?
The guard is a WATP fan. First thing he said.
People are going over to supertip.gg/WATP, and I appreciate that because Sarcastic Weedhead came in first.
Hey, look at me. Katie, are you? Soon, I will be the smoothest criminal in New York State. Hey, look at me again. I'm in a crater like I'm on Pocky's face.
I'd like to announce WATP getting into the weed growing business. We will soon have samples of our first two strains, Adam Kush and producer Spliff. Also, I regularly love schlongs in my rectum. Whoa. That was not me, except for those were good ideas. We're good business ideas now. I will go along with that.
First half was very strong.
Yeah, I agree. Venom Tony 15.
I don't know why I look up when I say, thanks, Dad. I should be looking down. Get it? Because he is burning in hell? Because Ralph beat his kid. And now he's dead.
I will burn in hell, too, for being a gay PDF file. And so is Kreger's, but he is a straight PDF file. And more into minor colored bussies.
Jesus. Craig getting some shrapnel for no reason. Producer Chris looking fly. Look at you, Producer Chris. You're always turning on all the anonymous dudes.
Yeah.
Show.
It's my forte.
Very, very impressive. All right. Let's get the show started, shall we? We have things to do. like swimming in my pool.
Yes.
It's very warm right now. Should get out there.
Shut up.
I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
You see, this is a we just do it kind of show.
So if you want people to stop pointing out that you were such a piece of shit in your past, stop being a piece of shit in your present.
Episode 678.
Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
A man named Carl.
I've been dying to say that.
Matty-O! Cuz-a-roo.
Slap-a-rooney.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, we're Dixon Cutsaroos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are These Podcasts, the only show that's nothing but star wipes. I'm your host, Carl, the $850,000 man, and of course with me every Wednesday, the man who owes his successful music career to Stuttering John. It's Adam Bush.
And to OJ. Thank you, OJ.
Producer Chris is here as well.
Hello.
Please go to whoarethese.com, get our email address, voicemail number, link to the subreddit, link to our Discord server, link to our merchandise, link to our YouTube channel, and that link to Patreon and Supercast featuring 2 exclusive bonus episodes every single month. You can watch the unedited show live or whenever you want to. You get the links, the Saturday shows that are behind the paywall. You get to watch all of that. And I don't mention this very often, but at whoarethese.com, you can also get our mailing address. And people have been sending us some cool shit lately. In fact, we got a really nice care package. And because I'm not at my house currently, I forgot to bring the note with me, so I can't remember who sent it to me. But someone sent me a bunch of shirts and cool stuff and a signed Jim Kelly card and a Cape Coral hat that my wife loves. So thank you for sending in the care packages. We appreciate that. You can always send hot sauce and drugs. Hackamania 3 is coming up April 10th through the 12th in Las Vegas. Hackamania.com is where you want to go to purchase your tickets. Promo code WATP. Look at, see this promo code right here, WATP? You're hearing about a lot of promo codes out there. It's too much, if I'm being honest with you. There's really only one promo code that you already have memorized that you should use when you purchase your tickets. You get 10% off, WATP, hackamania.com. Hack to the future is the theme this year. And of course, we'll all be there along with the rest of the cast and crew of Who Are These Podcasts? Nobody Likes Onions, Tukey Soup, Cardiff Electric. No OJ. Definitely not OJ.
Are we sure? Are we certain?
Vinny will be there. The Creep Off will be there. Potentially This Little Piggy might be a show there. Who knows? Lots of crazy things happen in Vegas. That's the thing I do know for a fact. Also, we encourage our listeners, give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you review podcasts and chill over us in the comment section. Today, we'll be watching Bill Burr interview Miss Pat on his podcast. He actually did a video podcast. Tom Myers tries to write jokes and laughs a lot about Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. Opie gets real about his mom passing away. Stuttering John is confronted with the truth on his own show, and he does not know how to handle it. Cardiff brings a round of Dapoka Dabbler. But first, before we get into any of that, Cardiff had a debate with Chad Zumock last night, and producer Chris and I were checking it out. We got into the house in Florida last night, turned on YouTube, and I was glued to this debate that was happening.
Yes, you were.
I was. Let me explain what happened. It was promoted early and often. Chad was promoting it. I knew about this thing that was happening where it was going to be Cardiff on Chad's show debating it, whatever that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know what they're debating. They're not running for office. I'm not sure what policies we're trying to scrutinize here. I guess it's because Cardiff says that Chad sucks, and Chad says, no, I don't.
As one does.
I guess that's the debate because Cardiff makes fun of Chad a lot.
So it's a nation divided.
Right, yeah, no one knows what to think of it. We all know that Chad sucks. There's no reason to debate any of this. But Anywho, what happened was, because Chad is so thin-skinned and unable to pivot, he decided that he needed to back out after Patrick Melton tweeted that he was going to be sniping the debate and then sharing any money he made while sniping with Cardiff, Rocco, and himself. Those three would make money off of this. Now, what does that have to do with Chad? Absolutely nothing. Who gives a shit? Chad used to snipe MLC all the time. Chad loves sniping shows. He'll show to people's houses. So why are there rules all of a sudden? Well, Chad decided, nope.
near their houses.
Yeah, he likes being across the street or down the sidewalk a ways and facing the opposite direction and yelling. So Chad decided, no, I'm not doing it because Melton is going to be sniping it, which is silly. It's a silly thing to change your mind on something because Melton's sniping it. And then Cardiff went on, started doing his show with OJ, making fun of Chad for backing out. And I think Chad realized, oh, this is a bad look for me. So I ended up sending Cardiff the link. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm watching Cardiff make fun of Chad. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, there he is with Chad Zumock having this debate or whatever it is. Now, I think Doom put together an hour-long clip of this. And producer Chris, you were checking this out today for us. Where are we beginning?
Yeah, let's just go with when he brings Cardiff on.
Okay.
This is about, for everyone saying I'm a coward and all this other stuff, it's about to get, you're about to get what you wanted. And we threw off the fucking fat fuck who was trying to grift off of it. Here he is, everybody. Cardiff Electric.
So how are you going to spin this that you're not a coward, Chad?
You're on right now.
You're on right now. You tease this entire. You know how stupid you are. You tease this show all fucking day. All day you built this drama that we're going to do this show tonight, and then you back out because you're scared. You know you're going to fail, like you fail at everything.
No.
Your buddy Melton again.
That's good.
I love it. Cardiff just comes in immediately and just lets him know exactly what's up.
Oh,
and
so
Chad doesn't know how to handle this.
Comes out swinging, and Chad so confused about what to do on his own show, and he wanted this, right?
Yes, he's the one who's like doing this debate circuit or whatever the fuck he's doing, because he's been doing those other guys too, where he's going on and just having, I guess, back and forth with people who think he sucks.
Yeah.
So
all right. My second clip, we talk about who's scared.
Okay.
The excuse. Who's scared?
Who's scared? Chad, you are.
I threw Melton off the scent. I got rid of him.
You had Mersh right in front of you on MLC. You played,
and I just extended the offer. Let's go on MLC, Mersh. I was fucking drunk and I hit mute on the roadcaster. That's a fucking lie, and you know it. You know it. Cardiff, you know that was a fucking lie.
Hit mute on the roadcaster right now.
I know where it is right now. And
oh, now you know where it is. You just learned it this week. You've had a roadcaster for 2.5 years.
And I never hit mute on it.
Okay. I have to address this. We talked about it when we were watching Chad outside of Mersh's house.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that I don't follow it this closely. I didn't realize that Chad is still pretending that he didn't know what he did wrong, so he couldn't talk when he was on MLC and Mersh came on. Is he really pretending that he hit mute by mistake and he didn't know? That's what he's saying, right?
Yes.
And he's calling Cardiff a liar for saying that you pussied out when Mersh came on and you wouldn't talk to him.
Well, he's got some more excuses if you want to jump to my third clip.
Oh, fuck. That's insane. Chad, who's just a known liar, who admits to lying all the time, did the most obvious stunt where he had no idea what to do, so he just muted himself. And now
when you give multiple excuses, it's
okay, good.
Plausible,
all right.
right?
Good point.
Stuttering John does that.
Couldn't do it when you had the chance. You had the chance already to do it.
Cardiff, listen. I was drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay?
That's your excuse for everything in life, isn't it?
No, it's not. I know you're trying to make a joke there.
It really does seem to be.
By the way, there's also the Avariza excuse. Well, when I was saying all the defamatory stuff, I was drunk, so it's fine.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. I was drunk that night. I was at a fucking party all day my neighbors were having. I jumped on and I hit the wrong.
Who cares why you were drinking?
or where?
Yeah, how is that it's neither here nor there, Chad.
Can't go to your neighbors, asshole.
It's a social obligation.
Right. I wasn't like drinking by myself like a loser. I was drinking with friends. Whatever.
Wrong fucking button. I didn't know what I was doing.
I mean, did you film any children that day?
Well,
Are you like, what are you, Tommy Jordan doing all the hack bits right now?
I'll wait.
Like
All right,
seriously,
go off the
I mean,
track
you're so
for a little
gay. You're so gay and so lame.
This is the same thing that Aaron Imholt did when Dean confronted him on Hughesy's show. So Chad goes, "Oh, what are you just doing all the hack bits?" Meaning all the stuff that people criticize him for, Cardiff is bringing up. As if you're not allowed to criticize him for these things that everyone obviously wants to criticize him for. Because when Aaron and Dean were going at it, Aaron goes, "Oh, what are you just reading the subreddit?" No, these are actual critiques that we want you to address. Just because it's been pointed out before doesn't mean it can't be pointed out now while someone's actually talking to you directly and asking you these questions. Now's the time.
Absolutely. And naturally, we don't have time to get into the entire debate, but Chad is the alleged professional comedian, not Cardiff. And Chad can't come up with anything fucking funny to say on this at all.
This was the most compelling part to me last night when we were watching this, where Chad has no sense of humor about himself. I don't know why he's doing this tour right now. It's not making him look good. It just looks like he's a petty, beat up bitch where the devil was just running over him. He can't handle any of this critique. And his whole thing is just like, well, you're wearing a fucking potato filter. And the car's like, I know.
By choice.
People like it. It's fun.
I think Chad is so afraid of aggression coming at him that for him it is a big deal that he just showed up or that he had them on the stream. He's like, look, I did it. He doesn't understand that Cardiff is like excited about this and wants to actually have the debate so they can go back and forth. It's not an accomplishment. He can't handle anything coming at him.
And Cardiff does this thing. It's crazy. He prepares for his show. He does this thing called prep work. He prepares to be ready with questions and have a conversation. Chad cannot do this. So Chad shows up and just like, I'm here, so I get the W on this one. Yeah, you actually look really pathetic and bad in this back and forth.
Yeah, that comes up a few times that he has to be reminded that it's his show. But my fourth clip, this just tickled me. Yeah, just run with it.
How am I getting an advantage of this if you're broadcasting? Like, there's no advantage for me.
Oh, so you thought I was coming over here and the 800 people that are watching on my channel were going to come over. No, they're still over there watching this right now.
Well, that's right. So how am I scared of you, and how am I at a disadvantage right now?
How are you at a disadvantage? I never
Like,
said
or how am I
you're
at an
disadvantaged
advantage
intellectually?
How am I at an advantage of you right now? I'm not.
Is Chad drunk again?
Yeah,
Is he going to have that
I think so.
excuse? He's like, well, when I talked to Cardiff, I was drunk again.
My neighbors.
He can't even say advantage.
I know.
Cannot figure that out.
I know. It's nitpicky.
You have
but
800
I
people
see you're at
watching
an
you.
advantage of me. When did I make the claim? What claim are you asking me to justify?
You're saying I'm scared. I ran. I'm not. I'm here.
Okay, but why weren't you here when we had a show scheduled that you decided to schedule this
How are
morning?
you not listening? I didn't want Melton to get a fucking dime from this and split it with you. How are you?
That's such a lame excuse. Why would that matter at all?
He didn't want to do it and was looking for an excuse.
That's all it can be.
Mhm.
And then he acts like, well, you're the idiot. The reason why I did it is because I saw a tweet. Can I just point out real quick, there's not a comedian in the world who could put a tweet out that would stop me from doing whatever show I had planned to do. It would never happen. And I've talked about this before too. I get sniped all the time, especially when we're doing Point Dabble Point and This Little Piggy, because we're up against Kevin Brennan. And Kevin will tune in, and people in the chat will tell me I'm being sniped. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. We're doing a show. I have a show prepped. We're doing a show. We don't address it. We're not nervous about it. In fact, it's a nice little advertisement for the people who are watching that show to be like, oh, these guys actually prepped the show. They're not just looking for someone to watch and go, hey.
The exciting part is not that we're here and that we put on the show. It's that we have something to say. Not just look at us.
But you should look at us.
I mean, you don't have to. Just listen.
So let's jump ahead to my sixth clip where we talk about a little potato fear.
Oh, potato fear. We're skipping the next one. Okay. Got it. Got it. I follow instructions real good.
Yeah.
Chad fears
bothers
potatoes. I do.
You do. You've run for me every time. I'm congratulations. I'm proud
You're
of you
both-
for actually doing this.
We're here. We're here.
We are here. So what do you want?
Right.
So we're gonna go set it up, shall we? Dan, what do you guys have to say?
It's your show, shit for
No,
brain.
because we had a moderator in
Yeah,
Rocco.
whole plan, yeah, and
I love this. I remember watching this last night where Carter's like, all right, you wanted to do this thing. What do you got? He's just like, I don't know. Can these guys say something, please? Jen has nothing prepared at all. Talking about zero prep.
It's like that improv exercise where you throw sounds at each other and somebody like zorps him and he just freaks out and drops it and runs away screaming every time.
You can't think on your feet, professional comedian of 27 years.
We had it all set up.
Well, do it. Do what you had set up.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up for 1
Your
second.
show.
Shut the fuck up. Rocco was going to come on. He was going to introduce us both, and then we're going to bring us on and go back and forth. That's how we were going to do it.
Okay. So let's do that then. Go back and forth.
I had one question. I wasn't.
So, is that Dr. Chow or Mr. Chow? I don't want to.
Professor Chow.
Professor Chow. All right, yes. So he steps in and has something to say, and of course, Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid is there as well to try to help Chad along because Chad has no idea how to run his own show.
Exactly.
His own idea. He's just like, all right, well, now what do we do? I don't know, man.
And really, for me, and probably you, because I mean, I was actually swimming last night. You watched this fucking thing.
I know. I didn't go in the pool. Everyone's in the pool, and I'm like, I can't stop watching this.
So, but every time I came in for a drink, it was pretty riveting.
Yeah.
And really, the meat of it for me was this: just getting Cardiff on there and them arguing before they even get into what they're calling the debate, which was kind of boring, actually.
Sure.
But here's the first question in my clip 7. Finally get to it.
But this is the one question I want each person to answer for 60 seconds. Who drew first blood? Cardiff, you go first.
Well, it depends on your definition of who drew first blood. What Chad is going to tell you is that I piled on him and I made jokes at his expense.
No, I am not going to. I wasn't
have
going to say
60
that.
seconds, sir.
I wasn't going to say that.
I have 60 seconds.
All right. Go ahead.
So that's what I believe Chad is going to say. And everything I did with Chad was jokes. We made parody songs. We laughed at his videos. But Chad would be the first one that drew first blood, either when he porn bombed my channel and Tuki's channel, or when he actually laid a strike on my channel.
All right.
Thank you. Is my 60 seconds up?
Perfect.
That's really what it comes down to. And I think that's true of, obviously, Stuttering John as well, where it's like there's one person out there filing lawsuits and striking channels and trying to ruin people's careers. And there's other people just kind of enjoying themselves and having fun playing clips and responding to that.
Well, here's a fun clip that we can respond to. This is the question we all want to know the answer to. Number 8.
Chad is going to say. And everything I did.
Oh, hold on a second. I don't think I got the. That link does not have the timestamp on it. Do you know what the timestamp is on that? Shit.
No, I don't.
Fuck. He did ask about the credit card.
Yes.
And I remember we were watching this, and the question was great because Cardiff goes, "Did you or did you not steal someone's credit card and then use it?" And Chad's answer was, it was only less than 50% of those charges were from anything I did. Like he literally said it was only half of the charges that are in the police report were from him. So it's like, okay, so then you did steal credit cards and use them at the GNC and Chili's or wherever the fuck else he went to spend money.
Yeah, but not the Applebee's and the other places. How dare you?
Right, yeah, I'm definitely not the Applebee's.
And the StutJo defense of that was 5 years ago. Like,
Yes.
oh, it wasn't a piece of shit thing to do then.
Yeah, that's crazy too. He kept saying like, oh, but everyone knows about that. That's so old. It's like, yeah, but you've never addressed it. You've never admitted to it. You keep saying that it's complicated and people don't get it. And, he pretends he was framed or something.
The fact that he thinks saying only half of the charges were his makes it any better is really
insane.
Delusional.
I mean, you would think that, okay, if there was something about me, like let's say Carl eats poo or something crazy like that people accuse me of doing, you'd think I'd come up with like a defense for that and have like something ready to go.
Yeah, but if
So
you
when
were
Cardiff-
really offended and you only drank piss, you'd be quick to correct it and tell
Yes!
everybody, hey.
Whoa.
I drink piss. Like,
I don't eat the poo. I put it in my mouth, swirl it around a little bit, and then spit it out because I'm a connoisseur.
like a gentleman. You just want to
Right.
know where they've been. That's all.
Like tobacco.
So you would think that Chad would be ready with kind of a response for that, knowing that stealing people's credit cards from the gym lockers is one of the things he's really well known for. And he's got nothing.
Nothing at all.
It's so weird.
Uh,
All right, you
so
want to go
what-
to the next clip?
No, I don't actually. What's his lips asked them to say something nice almost in closing, and it's really stupid and boring. So let's cut to the end when they try and wrap it up, and it turns into more of a debate about the debate itself.
Yeah, that was a really dumb question. Say something nice about the other person. Like, what are we doing here? What's the point of that?
That's not why we tuned in.
Yeah, things got real boring in the middle of this, but
Are we done here?
Yeah, I think it's over. So there's your debate, guys. It was worth it, right?
Oh, it wasn't the debate. You canceled the debate, and then you sent me a link halfway through my show. So this wasn't the debate. This was nothing, and it was going to be nothing. You're not walking away from this thinking you did what you planned to do today. I'm not letting you have that. Like,
No, you're going to give me this. I shut down Melton, and that's all I wanted.
Well, then congratulations. You shut down Melton. Melton will never rise again.
No,
that's such a bullshit. All you want to do is shut down Melton. No, you planned a show that you then abandoned because Melton scared you away from it. Oh no, Melton might make $283 tonight. Who gives a shit?
He does, and Stuttering John do. That's
It's
more
so
important to
weird.
them. So it's worth it.
It's so weird when they get concerned someone else is making money on the internet.
No, I'm just saying, like, go get your own content, do your own thing.
Hunchback is dead.
Quit trying to
Hold on a second. Chad just said go get your own content, do your own thing. What's Chad's flagship show that he does? I mean, now it's World War Z or whatever the fuck it is.
Is it?
But Kumia's Cucks
Yeah,
was the thing. And the whole intro was me and E-Rock and Chrissy and whoever else. Like, that's all Chad does is make fun of other people's shows. And he's like, Cardiff, it's cool when I do it, but when you do it, it's kind of mean. It's kind of mean spirited. You're making fun of me. Stop it.
weaponize my haters so you can get paid for it. That's all I wanted. That's why I was pissed. And I thought you were in on it, but you said you weren't. So I was like, okay, cool.
Cool. All right.
All right.
I thought you were in on it, but then you said you weren't. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I thought you were cool. So, anyways, they excuse Cardiff, and it just kind of fizzles out. But that was the big debate.
It really does highlight it's not all for real, Chad. I thought we had discussed this. Not everything is a real actual war. We're not really in our bunkers planning how to hurt people. I'm sorry you don't like it when people criticize your show, but you don't have to drag it down to these awful places so no one can have fun.
Here's the thing. Here's the big takeaway for me when I'm watching this thing. It's like Chad's not having any fun. He's not cracking jokes. He's not smiling. All of this is very serious for him. And he feels like he needs to go on and debate people to show that he's winning and killing it. He's a loser because Kurt is looking forward to this. Kurt's like, oh, yeah, I'll talk to you. I make fun of your show every week. I'd love to have a conversation with you about what a loser you are and talk to you about stealing credit cards and stuff. So Kurt is looking forward to that. Whereas Chad is like, this is torture for him, which is why he tried to back out of it. And then obviously he had to end up doing it because he was humiliated and made to look silly by backing out. So it's like, why are you doing this? It's the same thing I say about Aaron Immel. It's like, you're self-employed. There are people who start a company and then are miserable running that company. I worked with two of them in my previous endeavor. And I don't get it. Why are you making yourself miserable if you're self-employed? I understand working for a boss, working for a company, you're like, this sucks, I don't like it. It happens all the time. But if you're paving your own way, why are you going in a direction you hate? Why are you doing that to yourself? And that's what Chad is actively doing. He's doing a job that people ridicule him nonstop. He obviously is uncomfortable doing it. He hates it. And he can't stop himself. He's got nothing else to do. There's nothing else he can do. He's over 50 years old. He's not a stand-up comedian. I mean, listen, opening for guys who do theaters is great. I know that for a while, Kevin Brennan was opening for Louis C.K. That's a great gig. If you can do that, awesome. But that's not really happening with Chad. He's got a couple guys that Throw him a bone and put him on a few shows every now and again. If you can do that regularly, I'd say, yeah, do that. That's awesome. That's a great job to have. But that's not even happening. So what is he doing?
Well, he's not working on his comedy. He's not writing new material, and he likes to pretend like what he's doing online has no effect on his comedy world. And granted, a lot of your comedian friends might not watch it, but anybody who searches your name, this is what comes up. They see a guy in a bunker with a hard hat on shooting missiles at people. Like, none of this makes you look good or is going to help you meet more people and do more gigs or build a fan base.
It's the same as Stuttering John, who fancies himself a comic himself. And it's like, anyone who's Googling Stuttering John, whether to book him or to go to his show, like, he has a name. John actually has a name. We all remember him on the Howard Stern show. And then you go, oh, he's coming to Indiana, which John's going to Indiana for some reason. Oh. And so someone's like, oh, yeah, I loved Howard Stern. I live in Indiana. And they go, oh, what's he been up to? This is crazy. And all they see is Dabbleverse stuff.
Yeah, that's what they see.
It's like, what are you doing to yourself? You're not helping your career at all, if that's what you want to do.
I don't know what it is with both of them, but something happens when you call them chicken. It's like out of a movie. They have to, I ain't chicken, I'll show you. And then the rest of their life is, that's what's most important. All these people you're describing, they won't quit because somehow someone else wins then in their mind, and they can't let that happen. And that's more important than their own happiness.
Which is surprising, and I shouldn't even be saying this out loud because it's not good for me and my brand. But if Chad goes away, he's forgotten almost immediately. Everyone just stops talking about him. It's just like we all move on to something else. This is what, most of these guys who feel like they're being pointed out and ridiculed.
Yeah.
It's because they keep talking. It's because they keep doing this stuff and perpetuating this. If they just went away, we would all move on.
And he acts like a person who knows that. He knows that he'll go away that quickly.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So there's what can I do next? Whose house can I show up in front of?
Right. It's the best thing for him, and yet he can't do it.
And then we shit on him for doing it. And he's like, but this is the only thing I did that anybody watched.
It's true. That's true. I haven't played Chad clips in a long time until he went to Mersh's house and embarrassed himself with Cardiff. So maybe he's onto something. Yeah, keep fucking up, Chad. This is good stuff. Speaking of people who are fucking things up, you've been checking out Bill Burr, Adam. You've been on that beat. And I mentioned on the Saturday show that I went to check in on Bill Burr's Thursday afternoon podcast. And Bill Burr's podcasts are audio only. He's one of these holdout guys who's just like, no, I just do an audio show. But then I tune in on Thursday, and he's got the video show going with a guest. He's interviewing Miss Pat. And Miss Pat is great. I remember her being on Opie and Anthony a lot and always entertaining, always full of stories and anecdotes and interesting things to say. So I kind of tuned out of that. I was like, all right, well, I want to hear Bill freak out about the fallout from the Riyadh Comedy Festival. So I'll leave this one alone. But you actually watched this one and pulled a bunch of clips. What did you pick up on?
Well, what's great is that he's confronted with someone who doesn't need him. She's doing great. She has multiple shows on the air. They're in their 3rd or 5th season. She has a huge audience, a great stand-up career. She's an entrepreneur who's become independently wealthy outside of her huge comedy career. So she doesn't really need anything. And in her own very subtle way, she pushes back at everything he says and really demonstrates it's disappointing for me to see just how far removed Bill is from even someone this successful.
That's surprising because Bill is so successful. You'd think there'd be a lot of mutual respect to go around with these two.
He's on another level.
Right.
Just socially, just what he cares about. It's just different. And he's also very sensitive about class distinctions, but he doesn't realize when he's making them himself. And she really has a really brilliant way of letting nothing get by. He starts this interview. She's here to promote a TV show. And this is the first question he asks her. Check this out.
You want to watch like an old, like Fresh Prince? Martin, was that in your wheelhouse? What were you watching?
It was in everybody's wheelhouse. I don't watch a lot of Martin. My assistant love it. I had a friend that love it. I can't tell you I watched a whole bunch of Martin.
Good
so
one.
he has to go to the black sitcom?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a weak opening.
Yeah. What did you like? Martin? The Cosby Show?
I mean,
what was your good times?
Those are your choices.
Yeah, right.
it wasn't cool when Mark Maron did it. It's just lazy. You know what I mean? And he doesn't know he's doing it. But look what happens when she says, "Did you watch Friends?"
Some
I'll tell you, I didn't watch a whole bunch of Friends.
What?
I couldn't relate to it.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Because they fucking had all
Them your people.
Huh?
Them your people.
Come on. You know better than that. You know better than to lump everybody all into one fucking thing. You think I would sit there and have something to say to the fucking whatever they were talking about?
You could.
I'll tell you. You know what my favorite? You know what my favorite?
You a white man that didn't get drinking coffee at a cafe?
I didn't start drinking coffee till like 2 years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, Bill. Oh, literal Bill. I forgot he's such a coffee fanatic now. That's all he talks about. Going to coffee places. That's hilarious. He goes, oh, what did you like? Martin, probably? And she's like, no, I didn't watch Martin. What did you like? Friends? He's like, why would you stereotype me like that? Why? Because it's white people? You think that I would watch Friends? It's like, Bill, you just did that to her. How are you not picking up on this?
She has to watch herself around him and her language to keep Bill comfortable. That's how far removed he is. He can't even, they're here to promote a TV show. So she's like, okay, what TV do you like then?
So I kind of have like a 5-year period where I didn't watch much of anything, but I watch a lot of movies and I watch sports. I don't like a lot of the new TV shows. It's just they just the way they compel you to just keep watching and binging. It's like, I don't know, it's like to eat like Doritos. You start eating them, you can't stop. I just want to be up at 3 a.m. going, I'm just going to watch one more episode of this shit. I'm starting
That's good TV, isn't it?
What?
To continue to watch, episode after episode.
And yeah, well, it's just like booze is good until it like fucks up your life.
Hold on. Wasn't Bill on, was it Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. And he was also in Star Wars, one of the Star Wars series.
I missed that one.
But, all right.
Oh, yeah, he's in that, The Mandalorian.
Yeah, Mandalorian. So now all of a sudden, he goes, I don't like TV because it's too good. And people want to watch it. They want to keep watching all the episodes of it. That's a terrible reason to not want to do something that's entertaining.
It's also not what you say to someone when they're there to plug the 5th season of their new TV show.
Yes.
Bill, she's like, but it's fun, right? It's snacking. You like it? He's like, no, fuck it. And he doubles down on it on this next one.
You just can't just put on a streaming network and just lose 9 hours of your fucking life. I got to get caught up. I got to get through this. I don't have to do any of this shit. I always tell people, I'm like, just tell me what happens. Tell me what happens and literally save me 30 hours of my life.
You literally at that edge where it's just male midlife crisis.
Yeah. All right. So we're just not gonna have any fun at all. Is that what you're saying to me? Okay. Cool.
Imagine somebody has you on to promote your podcast and they just start nonchalantly with why podcasts are ruining America and everyone's brains and why they suck and he doesn't like them. Okay.
I also watched an episode of him with Seinfeld on the Comedians Getting Coffee or whatever that show was. Like, Bill does a lot of TV. It's insane that he can't relate to this and be like, that's awesome. You have season 5 of this thing that you're doing. That's so cool. Like, you would think this would be common ground.
He's Prince Charles. He's just like so removed. I don't like it.
He was just filming something in Vancouver. We know because he went to a coffee shop or two. He told us about, not really about it, just that he went.
It's a recent habit, Carl. It's new
only the
for
last
him.
2 years that he's been into this. Wow, what a horrible interview this is.
It gets
like,
so much worse.
I hate TV. I don't watch any TV. I think TV is horrible for people. I think it sucks. And then he has to bring up, I watch sports as if Miss Pat's going to be like, the Patriots are good this year, huh? 9 wins in a row. What's that all about? Like,
they have a whole conversation about
ground.
it. He keeps pushing sports, and she keeps saying, at some point, she's like, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. They talk about parenting, and she has to like codify her language to suit Bill.
And as much as you were trashing your kids,
I wasn't trashing it.
You could say, okay, tough love.
Black mama.
Huh? Okay. I'm gonna go around that. And
you looking at me like, not my damn wife.
that kind of
inner city black mother.
Huh?
I am an inner city black mother.
Okay. What is that? Okay. All right.
We say, sit the fuck down.
Oh.
And the,
Oh.
and
Wow.
the suburban mama might be saying, no, we need the time out.
No.
Okay.
No, not in.
I'm just telling you the two differences so you know.
I know. No.
Oh, that's interesting. So the dynamic here, of course, is Bill's married to a black woman. And so Miss Pat's very aware of this. And Miss Pat's like, oh, you think you know everything there is to know about black culture because you're married to a black woman. Well, can I explain to you that I know a little bit more about it than you do? And Bill gets very uncomfortable with that.
And corrects her.
Yeah.
Because he knows. And she's laughing. And how George Carlin is that? It went from Black Mama to, what was it, inner city? What did she change it to?
Right. Oh, I mean, urban
Right.
mom is what I meant to say. Yeah.
Because he's not comfortable with that. So he's going to tell her what it is and how it should be. However, there's other things about black culture he's totally fine making fun of, which you'll see in a bit. But this is really interesting to me, what happens right here. It's a real class distinction about where people are at with money. She cannot believe that he doesn't just like fly the same airline and that he doesn't really care about that. Watch this.
Okay.
You don't fly the same airline?
No. I just fly when I want to. I never got into that miles thing.
Oh my God, you leaving so much money on the table.
Yeah, but you know something? I don't, because like they keep moving the yardstick. That's what I don't like. And they got all of those fucking idiots.
Well, by now you at the yardstick. It's not for you to worry about the yardstick. I'm a million miler, so you've been doing this shit way longer than me, so I know you would have been there by now.
All right. So, I mean, it is good advice if you're traveling a lot, as Bill does, because he's a stand-up comic who plays in theaters and baseball stadiums and arenas. You would think that he would take advantage of all that travel.
It's a lot of money. If you travel the way he does like that, it's like your company offers bonuses and you go, oh, I don't believe in that.
I can't be bothered with that.
That's what he said. And it really does show you how full of shit he is, because when she's like, oh, that's incorrect, you should be taking that money and donating it to whatever fucking charity of your choice, or just having the ease of travel. There's just no right answer for I don't do that when you travel the way he does. So watching him instinctually and reflexively be like, no, they moved the goalpost. No, you're full of shit. I don't like it. I'm right. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. And you don't even know why you're wrong. You're just saying shit.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. That was really weird. He's just like, well, at this point, you know, why even bother? And she's like, at this point, like, you would have been so far along if you 2 years ago if you decided to do this, or last year. What are you waiting for?
It's crazy the way he
that's
thinks
such
about
an
money.
that's such an old man thing to do, where it's just like, I haven't done it yet, so I'm not going to do it ever. Yeah, but it's the right thing to do. But I've never done it, so whatever. Who cares?
I don't need them to punch my card every time I get a yogurt. I'll just pay. I don't want to carry this card around. What a
curmudgeon he is.
You know, and I really am a fan of Bill Burr and his comedy and his work and his acting, but I never heard his podcast, so I didn't realize that Monday is always 45 minutes, and then they throw on 2 hours of some other episode. I didn't know that.
On Thursdays.
On Thursdays, right. I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
I thought he was just doing shorter episodes. But
Yes.
what he says right here is, if you listen closely, it's so over the top, Mr. Burns. It's infuriating.
So she's talking about investing in real estate
and how she is an entrepreneur outside of comedy, and he can't understand why she would ever want to do anything like that. It makes no sense.
You know, creating like a revenue stream outside of considering how this business is shrinking, which isn't. It's like as big as it's ever been. What has shrank is the amount of people actually getting paid to be in it.
You motherfucker. People say the industry's shrinking. It's not the industry that's shrinking. It's bigger than ever. It's just the people getting paid. That's what they mean. It's the people that aren't getting paid that are saying the industry is shrinking. They're the industry they're talking about, not the medium. Entertainment will always be there, but they're hiring less and less people. So people go, yeah, our industry is shrinking. It's like, it's doing great. From up top here, there's more and more TVs. There's more and more gadgets in everyone's house. Yes, but we're hiring less people. Who cares? It's Thanksgiving. Like, he's such a supervillain. He doesn't have any idea.
Bill's
how
just
to
like,
come
they'll
across.
fly you to Riyadh and give you $1.6 million to do 50 minutes. It's
Have you never
incredible.
been?
Yeah, it's incredible what's going on in entertainment. What are you talking
You
about?
think I care about frequent flyer miles? Like,
Right.
go
What an
back to the
asshole.
ground where you're all fighting over coupons.
That's funny because it's not like Miss Pat is destitute. You know what I mean? Like Miss Pat's crushing it. And even she's just like, Jesus, Bill. You kind of sound like you're a little bit of an elitist there.
And he's unreachable. She can't get to him wherever he is, and he really won't listen to her. They start talking about, growing up in childhood, and he's like, look, I did a lot of underage drinking, so I had it rough. I was in a culture where we were allowed to do that. And she's like, oh, hold my beer.
My mother used to make us light her cigarettes on the stove. I don't know why she never had a lighter or no damn matches. And she would give us a cigarette. I think we probably 6 or 7 or 7, 8. And we would have to go in there. And if we didn't pull it, she would whoop our ass, because if we didn't pull it, it would burn the cigarette down the side. And when I remember being in school, and then it was this thing called Smokey the Bear. And Smokey the Bear would tell you, don't do drugs and don't smoke cigarettes. Everything kills you. And if somebody touch you, Smokey the Bear taught you all the right things. And so
You had a different Smokey the Bear than I did. He just told us not to pollute and don't light the forest on fire.
No, this was told. Well, I was in my neighborhood.
You went inner city Smokey the Bear.
Hold on a second. It was Woodsy Owl.
Yeah, that was an owl.
Who told you to give a hoot, don't pollute. The bear didn't give a shit about that. He just didn't want you starting fires in the forest.
Yeah, the bear didn't say don't do drugs.
Yeah, also the bear didn't give a fuck about how much pot you smoked or if you smoked cigarettes or not.
Only you can prevent being stoned.
Yeah, like what are we talking about here? They're both confused, I think.
She's conflating all of it into
Sure.
one all-purpose man in a suit who told
course.
them what to do. And he's saying, well, it's because you lived in the ghetto. That's why. So it was one that told you not, and they make jokes about Glocks and jokes about drugs and all sorts of things that he finds hysterical that have nothing to do with her story. Like that's a one sentence aside in her story that he is fixated on and won't drop. And he's not listening to her. So she tries again to tell him the story.
I had Mickey Mouse come to my school to watch out for sexual predators, and then I had Smokey.
No, we
I'm
had
kidding,
Smokey
I'm
the
kidding.
Bear just did everything. And so he said, don't smoke. But my mama would make us light her cigarettes. And I remember burning her cigarette up the side because Smokey the Bear said, don't smoke. And she was like, why you burn my damn cigarette up? I said, Smokey the Bear said, don't smoke. She slapped the shit out of him and said, who the fuck is Smokey the Bear? And I'm like, the man at the school who said don't smoke. And so she didn't like me to light her cigarette because I wouldn't pull it. But my sister pulled it. And she been smoking since elementary school.
Oh, your sister smokes?
Yeah, crack, everything now.
How are you not following this?
How did she get into smoking at such a young age?
That's the point.
This is
the
the
story
fourth
she's
time.
telling.
She said it over and over to a child, and he's not grasping. Oh, she smokes, does she?
You can't light a cigarette without pulling out it, though. That is true. I would be pissed if I was the mom who was like, you're fucking lighting my cigarette wrong. Why are you doing that?
Well,
Be
as she'll
better.
explain, they're Winston, so it's tough on a 6-year-old's lungs.
Of course, I would imagine.
She does in this next clip.
I refused to pull it.
You just burned it up?
I burnt that bitch up so many times, and I took that slap like a man. I took that slap like Jesus. Turn the other cheek and let him slap you again. But
Weren't you just trying to get out of having to do that? Or was it actually because you didn't want her to smoke?
Well, no, she smoked Winston too, so that was very strong. And for a 7-year-old kid to be puffing on a Winston, you might have well had me puffing on.
Oh, so you didn't just light the end; you had to get it going.
Yeah, I had to get it going. Because it was on the fire on the stove. You just light it, it's gonna burn it up. If you don't pull it, it won't catch.
Oh, I thought you meant pull it out of the fire.
Oh no,
my parents didn't smoke.
Oh my God, Bill, are you fucking kidding me? I didn't realize he was that naive on this. He had no idea what she was talking about.
How can you expect him to? His parents didn't smoke. End of story. Next question.
That's insane.
Right. So dismissive.
Pull it out of the fire. What?
Yeah.
I just threw your cigarettes in the fire, Mom. Smoke whatever you want. They're smoking.
But he doesn't like
talking
when
about?
people put them in a class system altogether and make assumptions about it. My parents didn't smoke. Why the fuck would I know anything about that?
Yep. Is he even trying? I was surprised that he was doing an interview show. I don't see that as a strong suit for Bill Burr.
It doesn't look like he's trying.
He's not a good listener. obviously. So that's one of the important things to do when you're interviewing someone.
You can start the next one.
Okay.
I used to think that she was a lesbian, but she wasn't.
I can see that though.
She carried on
you
like
thought that I would watch Friends and be like, oh yeah, I get this.
I don't know Bill Burr.
I just love Chandler.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I felt like
he can't drop the Friends thing. Like, imagine if she kept bringing up, yeah, but you thought I watched Martin. So what are we talking about here? Why does he keep bringing that up? He's like offended by it.
Yeah, he does act that way.
He's like, he's upset. I mean, I'd be upset too if somebody thought I liked Friends.
Yeah, me too.
My wife's been watching that lately. Every time I see her on her iPad, she's watching Friends. I'm like, is this what we're doing? Come on. Remember we were watching Buffy, the good shows that we used to watch over and over again?
True.
Now it's Friends. Oh, good news. Adam's back. What's up, Adam?
They're talking about how her mom's like a lesbian.
Yep.
And
but Bill can't drop the you said I watched Friends thing. He's very upset about that.
It comes up a lot. That's only one time, but he keeps bringing it up. And at some point, she's like, I don't want to talk about this anymore, Bill, please.
Jesus Christ. It's just a one-off thing, she said, in response to what he said.
Now, this is where we can play the game where you can imagine, was it Opie or John or Bill that plugs a show like this?
They can do that. When does the Miss Pat and That's That show? When does that?
Miss Pat settles it. It's come on every Tuesday night.
So it's still on. So are you here to promote a new season? Is what I'm asking.
Yes, it's just started. New season.
Oh, so it is just starting. Okay, that's great.
Yes.
All right.
Every Tuesday night.
I'm gonna check. I think you're a sweetheart.
Holy shit! He had no idea what it was, where it was, what was going on at all.
Yeah, but you look great, Toots. You look great.
I know. Like, that's just the bare minimum of what you need to do to prep for a show. You have to
Probably
watch.
should have researched this.
Yeah, I mean, he could have actually watched a couple episodes and talked to her about specifically her show where she's a judge. She's like a Miss Judge Judy kind of character or whatever, and talked to her about that. Instead, it's just like, all right, so what's it's over now? It's a wrap? No. It's season 5 is starting. You watch that Tuesdays. Oh, okay. I had no idea.
Yeah, she doesn't need him. She appreciates it, wants to help. She's smart, but she's not going to kowtow to him. And watch how condescending he is right here.
February 13th and 14th, I'll be at Baltimore Center Stage, and I'm shooting my second special there.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Where are they going to put it on?
I'm paying for it myself, so we don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me know if you want to come back and promote it. I would be happy to promote it.
Well, I'll be more than happy to come back too, Bill.
Okay.
It took us 5 years to get together.
I know. Well, you're busy.
Oh shit! She let him know. Like, I don't have an open invite. Fuck you. That's not what this is at all. Also, Bill's audience is dwindling, so it's not like this is a huge thing for Miss Pat to be able to come on and promote this show that no one in Bill's audience will watch. But just the fact that he's just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, come back and promote that. She's like, you won't have me back to promote it.
You know, Bill, that's what they mean when they say the industry is shrinking. She has 2 shows on the air. One of them's a hit, and she has to fund her own comedy special herself. Yeah. You know, she's looking at your miles and thinking to herself, you know, like that whole trip to Saudi Arabia and back could have funded my entire special or someone's entire special. But these are the different worlds that we live in, and he can't relate, and it's really sad. It really made me sad.
He also hates CEOs. And he thinks all billionaires should be wiped off the planet because they're all terrible people.
Yeah, because they're putting out Doritos.
I mean, good thing that Bill's tanked his career, so he won't get to $1 billion because then he would have to off himself. That would have been a horrible thing. $1 billion isn't as much as $1 billion used to be anymore, guys. You have to understand. To try to justify it. Yeah.
He leaves on such a great note with this.
You were so grounded and such a real person and really interesting.
Thank you. I am a real person.
I couldn't believe that you actually seemed relatable.
Yep.
That's kind of her whole thing. That's why people like Miss Pat.
If only one of us could be forced to spend 45 minutes against their will with one of you, we'd be so far ahead.
Holy shit. That's really, that answer is fantastic too. Well, you come off like a real person. Yeah.
You know, I am.
Yeah.
You know, everyone outside of this room is too. Bill, hold my hand. Come here. Let me show you something. We're all real people with
Bill,
opinions.
The guy who's running the show right now, do you know his name? Do you know what his kids' names are? Do you know anything about anyone that's in this room right now? I didn't think so. All right. I am a real person, just FYI.
It's a new way of being for Bill, and I can't say I'm a fan of it.
There is something about, so Bill married a black woman. And I think that gives him, he thinks that gives him a pass on everything. So he can just like come across as a bigot and it's fine because he's just like, nah, it's cool. I married a black woman. So I have my pass for anything that sounds extremely racist.
Yeah, I think that definitely gives him, in his mind, credibility, but it's his disconnect from reality and the fact that no one's speaking truth to power. And when they do, he loses his mind. He's just not used to being questioned. He's so not used to it, he doesn't even hear that he's being questioned at all. He doesn't catch that stuff, which shows you how much she has to do this in her life every day with everyone she meets, even at her level.
Yeah, because when Bill goes on talk shows, if he's on with Conan or with Jimmy Kimmel or whatever, like they're not challenging him on anything. It's all just a love fest. So that's what he expects from everyone now.
He's doing a one-off in Bakersfield in the middle of December where he's trying out new material. And I really want to go. I have a feeling it's just going to be like a serious monologue with no stops for laughs. Just
I hope it is
something really dark.
I hope it's like the end of Brian Callen's special that was covered on Why Are You Laughing? With,
what's that like?
With Blind Mike. He starts lecturing the audience. It's wild. You have to check out. I think Blind Mike played it on the Blind Mike Project, but definitely on Why Are You Laughing, where Blind Mike and Craig broke down Brian Callen's special. And it's weird because he's doing jokes and he's doing his thing. And then 10 minutes to go, he just stops making any comedy. And the room goes silent, and he lectures everyone about. I don't want to give it away, but it's basically
legal documents like Lenny Bruce.
No, it's not like that, but it's close. He starts lecturing people about their addiction to their phones, and it's crazy. And the way he ties it all together, it's so bad. It's like he like drops the mic, like literally drops the mic, like he's just taught everyone a lesson. Like, okay, all right, Brian, good job, buddy. Anyway, so I'm hoping that's what happens with Bill Burr. Please
I hope
go
so
and
too.
See that, report back to us.
I'm gonna try to, and I'm guessing that Bill has been thinking about this interview. This was on Thursday, and he goes to record his next podcast on Sunday or Monday. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing he's been thinking about it, and that maybe the childhood trauma he was talking about wasn't so traumatic. So he opens his next show with letting you know how tough he really did have it.
My childhood trauma started affecting my grades, and I had like massive ADD. Massive. Like, I remember it used to take me like 20 minutes to read a page in a book.
Wow. No one's ever had ADD before, especially not performers. Wow. That must have been tough for you, Bill.
She was lighting Winstons on the stove as a 6-year-old.
6-year-old being taught how to smoke Winston by her mom.
Not since Paris Hilton have I heard a tale like this.
Yes, I know. Maybe you should get the same therapist that Paris Hilton got to decorate her craft room, or the fuck that was.
And with this next clip, something tells me you're right about this Brian Callen ending, because this is the kind of material I think he's going to be working on.
Oh, good.
If he's a loving God, he wouldn't make sociopaths, psychopaths, greedy people in all of this shit. He would never have made that. And all of those types of people are leading humanity, marching us briskly towards the end. And I almost view those people as the human form of that bacteria that's in your gut. I tried it one night on stage, and people were just staring at me like, I don't know where you're going with that there, fucking Baldy, but have fun with that premise. Anyway, getting back to the sports thing.
Wow, that is Opie-esque right there.
Yep.
Opie likes to opine on God and just be like, then why is there so much misery? Like, okay.
With real basic greeting card thoughts. Like,
yeah, we've been through this, Opie. We get it. Bill, holy shit, he was doing that on stage?
And isn't that telling? He's like, this didn't go over at all. So here it is again. I look forward to working on this some more.
I'm telling you, I think that Bill's trying to tank his podcast. All right, here's my premise. This is what I think is going on. Bill Burr is contractually obligated to put out 2 podcasts every week because he has all these advertisers, these sponsors who have signed contracts, and so he has to do that. He's actively sabotaging his own show. He hates doing this. He doesn't want to address any of the real things that are going on. He used to have a whole segment where he'd answer questions. He's not into that anymore. He's not answering any of the real questions that are coming in.
He can't answer what TV do you watch?
Yes, just sports. I don't like these TV shows that are compelling and make you want to keep watching episode after episode. So this idea, also, how about I have a little self-control? I'm not a binge TV watcher. I watch a lot of these shows, and I watch them at my leisure when I'm ready to get on the treadmill or whatever I'm doing to
They're
work.
putting remotes in the kids' hands. They're putting them in their hands at the schools, and they're
It's so
forcing
ridiculous.
them.
The last thing I would ever say is like, Squid Game sucks. I want to watch the next episode. I don't know what's going to happen. I want to see what happens. It's a horrible reason to critique something, but this whole. If this is the direction that Bill is going in, I hope he takes his podcast. I hope he takes his comedy career because I want to watch it all crash and burn.
If what you're saying is true, then he's become Chad Zumock and Stuttering John, and smiting his enemies is more important than putting on a good show. And he's intentionally tanking so he doesn't have to fulfill a contractual obligation to his enemies. Well, we shouldn't have to suffer because of that. I thought you were a funny guy.
I think that might be what's happening. And it's crazy to say that. If you asked me a month ago, there's no way I'd be like, yeah, Bill Burr's trying to tank his own podcast. But it seems that way, doesn't it? It's so unentertaining.
He thinks that went well. He thinks they had the riff about the Smokey the Bear. They talked about some stuff. They said some wild things. She seemed to like him. She was laughing a lot. I guess it went well. Everyone around him said, good job. I bet
Just
he
like
thinks that was
Opie.
great.
Just like Opie and Ron.
Yeah,
And
people
he's
are
gonna be like, how
laughing.
come we
That's
haven't done
good.
interviews in a while? And they're gonna be like, oh, we'll have a guest for you soon, real soon, because him talking to people is not normal.
Do we have some more new material that he tried out on Monday?
Oh, well, yeah, he's workshopping classic Why Thanksgiving Sucks material.
No one wants to dress up like a turkey. It's not a sexy animal. It's not a respected animal. There's a lot of browns and oranges. It's just not good colors. Nothing really pops. Pretty much the colors of Thanksgiving represent the death of trees. Just browns and yellows. They don't even get, maybe like a little bit of foliage. They just can't do it. It's kind of fucking.
Wow.
Yep.
Not just
wow.
Not just unfunny, but really stupid.
Yeah.
No one wants to dress like a turkey.
Represent the colors? You mean be the same colors?
What's he talking about?
The only way it would work is if, like, while he was recording the podcast, somebody got his attention with an emergency, and he was looking at them, and they're communicating, and his mouth is just going while he doesn't realize what he's saying. Yeah, turkeys aren't sexy. Nobody likes
browns
orange,
and
yeah.
Okay, we gotta wrap things up here.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Got a baby falling off a roof.
Holy
Something big is
shit.
happening.
All right. Well, I appreciate you following both Bill and Opie because they seem to be, merging into one being somehow. I can't believe I'm saying that.
We're going to have one super game where we have to guess with all of them, and we're not going to be able to tell because they're all identical.
This is true. Actually, yeah. Is it Bill or Opie? Has someone pitched that game to me? Because it sounds like I've heard this before.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that with the ad
Okay.
reads because he's like,
Yes.
law monkey. What he's making funny voices.
Yeah.
and shit.
we should
Whale
play
chimp.
We should play Bill Burr or Opie as a new game. We are going to get into Tom Myers and his latest podcast. We have Opie. Opie's mom passed away. And so a very special episode of the Opie Radio podcast coming up. Stuttering John had a guest on his show, and that would be Judy, the YouTube Lawyer. And wow, Judy confronts John with some real facts about what's going on with John's show and his life.
Oh, wow.
And he does not handle it well. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen on John's show. It had me howling today.
But he's
I
a
can't
teacher.
wait.
Teachers want to learn. They're all about it.
I can't wait to get into that. But first, I want to thank people who are going to supertip.gg/WATP and supporting this very program on the night before Thanksgiving, like Dane Taft.
Come to Hackamania 3 and wrap your arms around Christian Blatt's stout little body. He will hug you back. Promo code BEARS.
That is true. There's one thing I know about Christian. He will hug you back.
He will not let go.
Herb Beta Patched.
Happy T. Hanks giving.
Going back to the first ever live show, Chicago show.
That's
right. Happy T. Hanks Giving. There was a woman, the podcast that we reviewed, that one wrote a fan, what do you call it? Fan fiction? About Tom Hanks and his family celebrating Thanksgiving together, and his wife came up with T. Hanks.
Yeah.
Tom was like, wow, that's really good.
She couldn't have been prouder of that.
Christopher M. coming in.
Bill Burr, the comedian, is contrarian cunt. He went on Kill Tony years ago and refused to critique the comedians because it was mean.
That's true. I forgot about that. We should revisit that, actually. We've never really covered Kill Tony on this show. But yeah, Bill was upset about the format of the show. What are we going to do? Make fun of this guy because he sucks? Yeah. That's the whole point, actually.
That's what you always say. These guests come on to shows that have been running for a long time, and they ask for the basics to be explained. They don't know what's happening, and they question the entire premise. Like, that's going to go over.
Yeah. I'm sure Tony Hinchcliffe's going to be like, you know what? You're right, Bill. This actually is kind of mean. Maybe we'll start doing things a little bit differently. Colgate coming in says, what the fuck, Chris? I feel more comfortable when you're in a wooden basement with Lady K. Yeah. Chris, why aren't you in a wooden basement with Lady K today? What's your problem?
Get me a green screen.
All right, fair enough. James Nixon became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. And so did Crowbar333. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. 2 bonus episodes every month. We already have 2 bonus episodes out for the month of November. Check out the membership tab for that. Rocco Orb 2002. Can't wait for the day Burr interviews Leslie Jones. Well, that'd be fun. That'd be a 2-parter on WATP if that happened. Rumpled Trenchcoat, a Combo Podcast. Gee, it's almost like you're a real person. I'm a real person. Brutal.
Yeah.
That was rough.
He thinks that was a great exchange.
Nostalgic Holy. Cardiff is Jason Kaplan from the Howard Stern Show. In a lot of ways, yes. Jason was a problem on that show. Real pain in everyone's ass. Probably still is. Who listens? Who would know? Rumble Trenchcoat. Gut bacteria is essential to live. Swing and a miss. That is true. And Trent says, hello, friends. Hey, Trent.
Hello.
Good to see you, buddy. All right. I want to talk about Tom Myers. You know, he's always putting out new podcasts. We haven't been paying attention to this season very much.
You know, it's no different than, a police officer running to the scene of a crime or a firefighter running into a burning building. It's what I do.
So Tom Myers puts his show up on his YouTube channel now, but he doesn't put video up for some reason. But it's weird because what you're going to see here. So he has episode 137, November 20th, 2025. He's got his logo, Tom Myers with the rest of the world. I'm sure that's an image of Baltimore somewhere because that's where he's from. And then you can see the Zoom call that he did in the corner with the people who are on the show. So all you got to do is hit the record button, Tom. You have the whole video. You just post that. Like, that's what everyone else is doing. They're just recording it and then posting it. But for some reason, Tom can't be bothered to put the video up. So it's just the audio with this still image happening the whole time. All right, I'm over it. Let's hear these jokes.
Hello, and welcome to Tom Myers versus the rest of the world.
Oh, this first one. Okay. This is a doozy. I'm going to ask both of you guys, and I don't usually ask a lot of my co-hosts. I actually ask too much of them, but not during the show, usually just before the show. I'm going to ask a lot of both of you guys to really pay attention to this one. There is so much buildup to this joke. It's like Tom Myers doing a Tom Myers impression. Like, you can't believe how over the top this is.
A lot's been going on this week. Right before we started recording, the House of Representatives voted to release the investigative files of the Jeffrey Epstein case. The vote was 427-1, with the bill headed to the Senate, where it's going to pass on a unanimous consent vote, at least as of the time of this recording. The vote occurred because 4 Republicans signed a discharge petition with the Democrats to have this vote. One of them, Lauren Boebert, was invited by Donald Trump to a meeting in the White House Situation Room to have him talk her into removing her name from that petition. I don't know what disappointed Trump more, that Lauren Boebert didn't remove her name from the discharge petition, or that Trump was stuck in a dark room with Boebert and she didn't even give him a hand job.
You take forever to say nothing.
Adam, you all right over there, buddy?
Wow.
Was that insane?
Wow.
All that for a hand job joke. And, you know, I get it. Bobert was like in that theater where she was like loving on her boyfriend a lot. So it's like, we're making fun of her for that. But that was months ago, about a year ago, first off. And secondly, are we mad that attractive girls are horny? I realize she's a Republican, so that's awful. But like attractive girls wanting to give out hand jobs and stuff, it's pretty cool, right?
I encourage it.
Yeah, me too. I'm all for it. So I was a little surprised that we're still making fun of Laura Bobart for that. It seems weird to me.
Even if it made sense, which it didn't really what he said, even if you could follow it, it did not help you enjoy that joke in any way. Like he could have just Lauren Boebert and then said the punchline and it would have been the same joke. What is he doing?
What's he doing? And then he has to tell you it's 427-1. It's going to pass unanimously in the Senate.
Not yet, but at the time of this recording, it is okay.
Whatever time. You're doing a monologue. It's the joke portion of the show, you idiots.
I think maybe if you don't really understand what all the words mean and you're just kind of cutting and pasting, it's just like legal, law, hand job. And that's funny to him. Like out of nowhere.
I think he wants to sound smart.
Yeah.
I think
and also that he's got a hand job before.
Well, yeah, Tom definitely wants you to think he's got a hand job before. But he also wants to sound like he knows what he's talking about, which is poison for a monologue for a comedy show. But all right, maybe it's going to get better.
If there's one person I really feel bad for in all this, it's Ivanka Trump. I hope she doesn't read the content of the released Jeffrey Epstein emails, learn about all of Trump's dalliances, and get jealous.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure the joke has always been that Trump wants to fuck his daughter, right? He's always said his daughter's a 10 and whatever creepy shit he says. But in that joke, Ivanka wants to fuck her dad, which I don't think is that a thing?
No.
I didn't think so. I think he's off with that one. Okay, moving on.
In the documents released about her time in a new lower security prison, it was revealed that Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell was permitted a service dog. It must make her feel better about her particular situation. Having a living thing that attends to her every need, it must remind her of her time with Epstein.
Okay, so many unnecessary words. Now, am I going to pretend that joke makes sense? It doesn't. Let's pretend it does. You can just say in prison, Ghislaine Maxwell had a service dog. She hasn't had a living thing that attends to her every need since Epstein. Instead, it was like, and then she was moved to this thing, and then we found out this thing was going on. It's like, whatever, man.
Did we need the dog? Did the dog need to be introduced here?
I don't even understand what he's talking about there.
Not the nature of their relationship. The most famous picture of them is her like rubbing his feet on a plane. Yeah. Like that's he misreads sexuality so much that he thinks he's right and like overshoots and lands in the wrong place.
You're right. All three of these jokes so far have been not understanding how romantic relationships work.
Or hand jobs.
Or hand jobs. I count that as romance. Call me old fashioned.
Oh, it is. He just doesn't know how
it is an old fashioned.
There it
is. The documents reveal that Ghislaine Maxwell knew more about Trump's involvement with Epstein. It must have been strange for her to lie about sexual assaults that she herself didn't commit.
Is Tom not following this? Okay, so let me explain this. If Tom, if you're watching right now. So what happened with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell is that they were getting all of these elites to have sex with underage girls, to SA these girls, and then they videotaped it so they could blackmail them. Like the fact you'd be like, can you believe she had to like talk about something where she wasn't the one who was the perpetrator? Yes, that was their whole fucking thing. Is he that stupid? Oh, can you believe that for once Ghislaine Maxwell wasn't involved in the person who was actually fucking the underage kid? Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the kind of person who thinks the monster is Frankenstein. Like,
right? Yes. No, it's the Dodger. All right, moving on.
This just goes to show how far out of order Trump's priorities are. Instead of blowing up all these Venezuelan fishing boats, why doesn't Trump just blow up Jeffrey Epstein's island and get it over with? In response to all the...
Okay, what? What does that mean? First off, fishing boats? Okay. Secondly, blow up Epstein's island and get it over with? Get what over with?
Well, that's where all the stuff is, right?
No, the FBI already grabbed all that stuff, or the
Huh.
CIA, or one of those agencies. I saw the video of it. They were all going through the house and grabbing all the servers. And
Yeah, he just hears Epstein Island and he thinks it's like
yeah,
Monster Island. Go get all the monsters that are there on the get all the
Right.
Epsteins. I don't know.
yeah, the underage girls are gone. That's why no one's going there anymore. Tom, fuck. All right, I got to back this up a little bit.
Fishing boats. Why doesn't Trump just blow up Jeffrey Epstein's island and get it over with? In response to all the talk about the Epstein files being released, Trump posted on Truth Social that he's not concerned about it and that he has a country to run. Yes, off a cliff and into a fiery canyon.
Isn't off a cliff enough? Into a fiery canyon?
Make sure
Right,
that
like-
he doesn't live.
But I mean, is that even a thing? I've never even heard that phrase before. What's he talking about? Off a cliff and into fire. That'd be like, did you hear about this guy whose parachute didn't open from an airplane? Yeah, and also you landed on thumbtacks. yeah. I mean, off the cliff is like that. That's the demise right there. We get it.
It's also hard to organize. It's hard to get all that together and working.
It's a lot. It's a lot to kind of figure out.
Trump fired back at a female reporter asking about the Epstein list by saying, "Quiet piggy. If I was that reporter, I wouldn't know whether to feel insulted or relieved that Trump doesn't find her attractive. I should warn you,
Some of these jokes, you notice that there's a hard cut into the next joke because he doesn't get a reaction. So he edits all these, in post. So that one's weird, where it's like the reporter got called piggy, but that's good because apparently Trump essays every woman he finds attractive or something, I guess.
Those are the rules of the island.
It's
how it goes there.
Oh, he thinks you're cute. Oh, no, I have to sleep with him now? Okay. I didn't realize that was the rules.
He's also running out of breath real fast. Like 3/4 into each one, he kind of runs out of breath and then powers through the ending. It's weird timing.
Yeah, his delivery, Epstein. I didn't even point that out. It's like,
Truth Social.
or relieved that Trump doesn't find her attractive. I should warn you, anyone who doesn't laugh at my jokes about Jeffrey Epstein, I put them on a list. Unless, of course, they're already on one."
Get it? Puts him on a list because there's a list. The word list is funny in that one.
I liked how she started laughing and then realized he wasn't done, so then she had to push even more. Like,
yeah.
Donald Trump hosted Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, calling him a champion of human rights. That's like Trump being a champion of healthy eating.
Okay, so there's so much you can make fun of Trump for defending this guy. So many things you can say. Now, he got a big laugh on that one. I think the reason why is because he actually wrote a joke. Is it funny? No. Is it low-hanging fruit? Yes. Is it lazy? Is it easy? Yes.
But it's short.
It had a premise, it had a setup, and it had a punchline. If you went, oh, yeah. All right. That's a joke, Tom.
You're
Good
onto
stuff.
something.
Yeah. Keep doing that.
It's unclear as to whether Trump had bin Salman over to go ahead and talk about trade between the two countries, diplomatic relations, or if he just wanted tips about how to deal with journalists.
Again, just too many words, If you want to make Trump wants to learn how to murder journalists joke, sure, that's fine. But to be like, it's unclear what the reason, I mean, it is clear. It was very clear what the reason was for that, but okay, whatever.
he also goes up on the punchline or he goes down. And the
Yeah.
next one he goes up, next one he goes down.
He's a musician.
Ah,
It's a melody.
it is. He
It's
paints-
comedy.
Beautiful orchestra.
Yeah.
And if there's one person I kind of feel bad for in that situation, it's Mohammed bin Salman sitting there thinking, damn, I wish I'd brought my bone saw.
Should have quit while you were ahead on that one, Tommy. You got a big laugh right there. And then he's like, yeah, and I bet this guy wanted to kill Trump. Yeah, I bet he did. Okay, cool.
Donald Trump issued a pardon to Rudy Giuliani, Mark Meadows, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, and others for their involvement in the 2020 election aftermath. I wonder why he waited this long to do it. I have a theory that one of his advisors reminded him, Sir, remember the guy you motorboated while he was in drag? Yeah, he's broke, but you kind of owe him one.
Okay, so his premise was, so he's talking about Giuliani being pardoned. His premise is, why did it take him so long to pardon this guy? We're in November of his first, the first year of this term. What does that have to do with anything? This skit that they did, where Giuliani was in drag and Trump smelled her breasts, or his breasts, or whatever. What does that have to do with anything? Why did it take so long? Oh, I have a feeling the reason why it took so long is because someone had to remind. What? Hold on, there's more to this.
Oh God.
Police responded to a noise complaint at Kris Jenner's birthday party. I'm shocked. People still know who Kris Jenner is?
Yeah, her neighbors. I mean, he's like, wow, who even knows who Kris Jenner is? The people next door who called in the noise complaint. What do you mean? It wasn't like a random person remembering Kris Jenner from the TV show. Fucking idiot. What's he talking about?
That's literally the most lighthearted joke I'm going to make on this show. And now on with the show. Joining me this week are Polite Kitty, Chip Jones, Valerie Pascal, and Nicole Blessing.
Hello. I want them to cheer for themselves. Hey, it's us.
Now plug your stuff.
It's so embarrassing.
Hello.
Hey, everyone, welcome back. What's everyone been up to this week?
What's everyone been up to this week?
All at once.
Go.
Tom will never stop saying that. As many times I've told him, you got to ask one person a specific question. You can't just be like, all right, guys, what's up?
How's everybody doing?
How's everyone doing? You go.
Not much going on, but you know what? I got to say, that was quite a niche joke, because how many people have actually seen that video of Trump actually motorboating Giuliani? Because it does exist.
Okay. Great question. That is a niche joke. I'm not sure why that made it into the act. It didn't make any sense. I looked this up because I didn't know about it. And so this is from like the late 90s. These guys made a video together that was for some charity event they were doing when Giuliani was the mayor of New York City.
You know, you're really beautiful.
The spoof was filmed 16 years ago when Giuliani was mayor of New York for a charity dinner, so it was all in good fun.
Oh, you dirty boy! You. Oh!
So I was Inside Edition talking about it. So in Tom's mind, Donald Trump got off on that, and that's why he had to pardon Giuliani, because he motorboated him.
Gotcha.
That's the joke that we're doing here. Does Tom not know how comedy works? I mean, that's a dumb question. I shouldn't have asked that question. I take it back. All right, so after he's been polite with the panel, we got to get into some Charlie Kirk discussion.
We played it on the show, I think, like the third episode, when it was clear that Rudy Giuliani was going to have some involvement in the election aftermath. Yes, the show has been around that long. Amazingly enough.
So like and subscribe and check that one out, because now you need to catch up.
So what you're saying is this show is like Trump. It just won't die. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes. So,
hey. Was that your golden age of
golden age?
My golden age was long before this show started, sad to say. I saw the dumbest sticker ever created recently, posted on a wall. It said, "We are all Charlie Kirk now." Not quite. I can still stand and breathe, and I don't have a fucking hole in my neck.
Whoa. That just sounds angry.
Charlie Kirk said that some gun deaths were needed to protect the Second Amendment, so it's quite ironic that he was shot to death under a tent that read, "Prove me wrong." In fact, the shooter missed. In fact, the shooter missed an opportunity to have one of the alleged messages written on one of the bullets being, "Okay, here you go." He not only
one of the bullets. Tom, do you even know what happened here? What's he talking about?
advocated for more gun deaths, but also wanted young people to watch public executions. Wow, Charlie Kirk got everything he wanted. What a lucky guy. When I heard Charlie Kirk had died, I was surprised that he was so young and that it wasn't due to natural causes, because given how conservative his views were, I was amazed that he wasn't 126 years old. In his memorial post, Donald Trump said that no one had a better heart for youth than Charlie Kirk. And if there's one person who knows what makes a heart for the youth, it's the president, who, need I remind you, has his name all over the Epstein files.
Holy shit. I'm sorry I had to play that. I was like, Tom just comes off as evil when he's talking about a conservative being murdered. It just sounds like he's having way too much fun with it. He's like, isn't that great? There's a hole in his neck and he bled out in front of his family and died. Huh? Because I disagree with his political views. Huh? Cool, man. That's real edgy stuff there, Tom. I think edgy Tom is probably my least favorite version of Tom Myers. He doesn't come off well.
He doesn't know. It's like, it's the same thing with sex. I don't think he knows what he's saying. There's a disconnect there when it comes to love and death, where he's just like, I don't think even if you agree with his point somewhere, there's nothing funny there. Like, there's not a joke anywhere near there. And people are laughing out of uncomfortability.
Right.
If they don't, they might get in trouble for these horrible things this guy is saying. It's that way. He's like, we're all in on this, right? Like, no one here is with you on that.
Yeah, he got some nervous laughter, and he's like, yeah, I'm killing it with this Charlie Kirk stuff. So he's dead, right? You guys?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's weird.
It's fucking weird. And also, we remind you, November 20th is when this podcast came out, and he's still celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. This was, what are we doing here?
It's the fact when you talk about things like love and sex and death, no one's like, I got it. I know it all. I got it. Nothing to learn here. The fact that's how he approaches these topics. Like, this is a nuanced, delicate joke. I'm the one to step forward. They're not ready to do this on late night, but I'll take it from here, folks. Follow my lead. And then that's what he does.
Tom Myers jokes. It's not funny because it's true. Guys, did you know that this bill passed? Yeah, I guess it did, Tom. Thanks for that. All right, let's get into some more lighthearted segments on the show. Let's talk about my buddy Opie and his mom passing away.
No.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh! Skunk fart.
I just play that for Chris.
Yeah.
I know.
Gets him every time. Adam, you've been following the
Thanks for reading that note that I said we should try taking this one a little more seriously, guys. So
no problem. Well, I thought we could go from Charlie Kirk being assassinated, that hilarity, into Opie with some heavy stuff here.
It has been quite the week for him. And he does say that he is looking for the funny in all of this. He says it many times. So we're going to spend a week with him, and we're going to find him at the end, which might be his best show ever. But where we start is unfortunately not. Where we start is on, I believe, the 13th for this quick clip between him, Ron, and Tony V having the worst political discussion of all time.
All right.
Have you noticed every response to Trump, if you're a Trump supporter, is the very first word is Biden?
You want me to go back to Obama? You want me to go back to Obama? Would you like me to go back to Barack? You want me to go back to Barack?
Oh, now you're going to go Barack?
Yeah, I'll go back to Barack. Who's the one who...
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
This is a good show.
Goes on like that for a while.
I'm sure Opie takes control of it, though, and calms everyone down and makes it actually seem like a conversation people can follow.
They're not really listening to him. He's just kind of jumping up and down.
Okay. Fair enough.
And he just watches the Republican and the Democrat kind of, make no sense. Then what you're about to see is just a couple of comics talking shop.
Like, I work at a store on the weekends at a beer garden.
Yeah.
And there's
a show tonight. There's a show tonight.
Oh, we have a show tonight. By the way, I'm not even prepared for that. I've been so busy trying to get this show going.
Look at the moment.
Wait, you're trying to get this show
You don't
going,
have to
Ron? Is that
prepare,
what's
Ron.
going on?
Ron,
Really?
you don't have to prepare.
No, dude, I got to prepare. No, I have an inflation joke I want to do since it's an inflation I haven't done in a while.
You don't have to prepare for the moment. You just live in the moment. That's right.
All right.
Ron, bring
That's
us
why
home.
you're not in the Screen Actors Guild. You got to fucking prepare. Because
No,
when you
I'm not in the
prepare,
Screen Actors
excuse
Guild
me,
because-
when you're
because-
prepared, you can let it go and actually be in the moment. If you're not prepared, you're never in the moment.
SAG is threatening to take away my card because I'm not paying my dues anymore.
Hold on
Hey,
one
you
second.
don't pay my dues. Pay your fucking dues.
Ron,
I
hold
ain't
on
paying
one
the
second.
dues.
Hold on one second. If the future doesn't exist and the past doesn't exist, and you're telling me that.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. So this is the thing that I find very embarrassing about Ron the Waiter. Of course, we're big fans of Ron the Waiter over here. Wink, wink. We think he's great. But why is he even doing comedy shows? It's not happening. It's not working out for him. He's terrible at it. We've played his bits. He bombs every time he goes up there. And if I couldn't play a note on guitar, I would stop getting up on stage and play guitar. Fortunately, I can play 3 or 4 notes on guitar, so I keep going. But this guy is just doing open mics and talking about preparing for shows and stuff. Like, you're not embarrassed by that? Like we were talking about Chad Zumock earlier. Chad actually opens for comedians you've heard of. It makes sense that he's like talks about being a comedian. Ron's never had a real comedy show ever.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that he's never done a show. We know that he does the same open mic every week.
Sure.
But right now, he's the co-host with Greg Opie Hughes, one of the biggest radio
The Opie and Ron show. You're right.
New York.
I forget
And
he's on the Opie and Ron show now. It's a big
He
deal.
doesn't, and that's what he meant by preparing for. He's like, I had this open mic. I couldn't prepare for that because I had to prepare for this. Opie got very upset that he would even say that, and then had to start screaming that he forgot to pay his SAG dues for some reason.
Weird.
He said they're threatening to get rid of his card. That they don't do that. They just get rid of the card if you don't.
They don't threaten anything.
Yeah,
it's like you better pay your dues, buddy.
Ron is good at something. There's some area where he can perform that he'll be useful in. I don't know if it's stand up, but he does shine throughout the course of this week. Just not here in this moment like nobody does. Let's start the show in Gephardt's. Let's start with that first clip where Opie tries out a new catchphrase to handle some technical difficulties.
Roasted turkey.
This thing's beeping. He's trying to.
What's beeping? What's beeping? Is it hot? No.
Oh, the heater's beeping.
Why is it beeping?
Oh, you better. All right. All right. Your heat's about to go.
No, it's fine. Is it hot?
All right.
Sounds like a.
All right.
Well, it sounded like a beeper.
I hear the beeping, but you're all right.
You hear a beeping right now?
I hear the beeping. It's a low level beeping.
Yo, what's beeping?
We'll be beeping. That could be the new name of the show. We be beeping over here. God, wow, we've talked about this before. When Opie's at Gephardt's, he has nothing prepared, nothing to talk about. So if a FedEx truck pulls up behind them, they're like, "Whoa! Someone's getting a delivery! Holy shit!" Someone gets pulled over. They're like, "Hey, look at there's a cop! They turned their lights on. Look at this!" And then a beep goes off. Like, did you guys hear that? It's something beeping in the background.
You can tell by his cadence he thinks he's onto something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
I think he actually thinks there's a problem, and he keeps pushing Matt. He's like, the heater's going to explode. He keeps pushing him away, and Matt's just staying and staring. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll just have to continue like this.
It's not normally what happens before things explode. a quiet beep.
It's like without the chat, he needs something else to hang his hat on and to constantly refer to. But on this next clip, like some of the greats like Babe Ruth, they'll call their shot before they make it.
Sure.
Opie does that here.
I got some foliage bits too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm
At least you said it right. Jesus.
Well, I did for many years, and they
Did you
used
say foliage?
Yeah.
I want to beat you up. Foliage.
Foliage. You want to beat me up because I got dyslexia? Yep. Oh, that's nice. Yep. That's nice, Matt. That's nice. That's nice.
Is that how dyslexia works? You pronounce words wrong? I'm pretty sure that's not right. Dyslexia has more to do with like reading.
I don't know. Either way, that's the I have a gun in an improv. You just don't.
Yeah, right. Like, thanks, man. Not helping at all.
And it was a little intense. It did strike me as like, wow, that was a dark reaction to a very, very light joke. But sometimes Opie can be sensitive, so I didn't think much of it.
That is true.
In this next clip, they're talking about how Sully Sullenberger successfully landed that plane in the Hudson River. And Opie has to mention...
This episode's from 12 years ago or 15 years ago? What are we talking about?
As is everyone in it. And he's talking about how his apartment overlooks that exact view of watching that plane land.
Okay.
It was one of the most exciting days of your life watching that happen.
No, it wasn't. No, no, it wasn't. I missed it because I decided to go to the fucking gym.
What?
My wife
It didn't even work.
My wife, it worked. My wife and my brother-in-law saw it go flying right by our window.
Ooh.
I love how he passes the mic back and
Yeah.
forth. Like, you go now.
Yeah, I
I'm
actually have
done.
nothing to say for that.
Yeah.
Was that a question? How am I supposed to respond to this? Your wife sounds like a bitch. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? What a cunt! Like, what do you want from me here?
Well, we get to see the reason he wishes he could have been there to watch that plane land.
Damn it! I wish I was at home.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because I had cameras all over the apartment. I would have filmed the fucking thing, and that video would have been worth a lot of money.
Oh no! It fucking Opie. God damn it! Always trying to make that viral video that gets out there. Jesus Christ. He's the worst.
Now, these fellas, they know what they're there for, and they know he's a shock jock, and this is supposed to be that kind of jock humor. So they try to get into it with some, old-fashioned ribbing.
Okay, good.
Well, I was going to bring Ron in, but he's fucking blown his nose.
That's anti-Semitic. That's
Anti-Semitic? You're blowing your nose.
He's blowing his regular nose.
I don't want to be. I don't want to have
anti-Semitic.
I don't want to have a cold before Thanksgiving.
I don't have a cold.
Then why are you blowing your nose?
Because
Not winter. I answered my own question, I think.
Coke problem?
That's what
Opie?
he's saying. That's what he's
Is
saying.
that the joke?
That's the joke.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm. So now that
And imagine being Ron and just doing an innocent rail at a bar. He's like, what the fuck, man?
Yep.
yeah. I'm doing a keep up over here. You're going to call me out? What the fuck?
he's got a
We're all
camera and a
friends.
ring light shining on me.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm not saying the drug addicts don't prioritize their money incorrectly, but Ron couldn't afford a mattress. Do you think he has a Coke problem? I'm going to guess no on that one.
Why do you think he doesn't have a mattress?
All right, that's why I said it that way. You're right. It has happened before.
Now, Tony V's listening to all this, and he's like, oh, we're doing old-time dirty jock humor. Put me in, coach. I got some pussy-eating jokes you're going to love.
Out of his fucking mind. He just told me how to eat pussy before.
Oh, I did. I
told me you pull the lips and you go.
Right. Slow down.
Innuendo.
No, you don't do it innuendo.
Or in the
on
window.
the lips, he was saying. So I like that these guys, they get so bashful when it's just like, yeah. So he was teaching me how to lick pussy. It's like, whoa, this is too wild, guys. What are we doing then? What is the point of this?
Just when the host shuts it down, it's hard to recover. It's like so aggressively. It's hard to get your lighthearted, feeling free demeanor back. Like, and you don't know what's on topic or off. Like the Jew and the Coke jokes were great. And now, where does this line exist?
I mean, literally just said lips, referring to pussy lips. And Opie's like, wow, guys, I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube.
I got to shut this down.
Yeah, this is too much for me right now.
So like a classic shock jock, they take a little break for music. Do you remember how well the last artist he had on did with the opening of that Bob Dylan song?
Yes, I sure do. He fucked it up pretty badly.
He has him back.
Oh, no.
You guys are going to play a couple songs for us today.
Yeah. We do a little Beatles. Let me see here. There we go. Picture yourself on a train, on a boat in a river with tangerine trees.
Oh no! You couldn't pick a song that has more complicated lyrics than that. It's all over the fucking place. He doesn't even get the first line right.
Want to see how he does on the chorus?
Oh god, I can only imagine.
I think that's his gimmick.
Oh, that's the bit.
I actually kind of like it. The guy who can't remember lyrics at all. It's kind of fun.
Pictures of
Thunder in her eyes and she's gone. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Yep. Probably should have known your range before you started that one. Yikes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
Lucy in the sky. I was always down here the whole time.
Lucy in the sky.
If Johnny Cash is going to sing down here, he's not jumping up there.
Oh, boy.
You kind of got to pick one and stay there.
Yeah.
So they get back into the classic radio Thanksgiving movie list. And this goes on for a long time, and it's really loud, and everyone's talking over each other. It's very energetic. And out of nowhere, Opie says this.
Put a 50 on that.
Well, our Thanksgiving movie list bit sucked. What's next?
I don't think I've seen it. I don't remember.
No, that sucked.
What is wrong with him? By the way, Opie's not normally like this. I guess this is probably the meetings he has in post with like Ron the waiter and some of these guys where he's like, that sucked. But during the show, he looks like really pissed off about it.
Yeah, he looks very sad and downtrodden.
And look at the way he's holding his gaze. Like, he doesn't blink.
Put a
Opie's a
50.
very nervous guy, but he looks him right in the eye and he goes, no, that sucked.
Wow.
I think something's going on with Opie. I think he got some bad news right around this time, and he's just shouldn't be filming because he's very, very sensitive to everything that's happening now. Like, they start again, they wind themselves back. Okay, well, sports, Taylor Swift, yeah, they got a podcast, and now they start talking about how Taylor Swift, really basic stuff, and out of nowhere, Opie won't have it.
Taylor Swift's ass.
And she's one of the nicest, smartest people I've ever
Ah, good for her! I'd be nice too if I was worth $250 million.
Dude, she's so smart. She latched herself on to the #1 podcast in America.
That's Ron Berman.
Ron Berman.
DM me and I can help you dox him. Ron Berman.
All right, listen, let's get out of here. Michael, thank you. We're wrapping up.
Oh. Woof. Opie is so upset because he got insulted too that he's not the #1 podcast in America.
Did you see his face? Looked like he took a hit. Like he defeated back. It reminded me of this next clip.
You're right, though. These guys all were trying to get this going and make it seem fun.
Oh, your ass! I'm telling that, Grandma. Stop filming.
All right, that's fine.
It was just pretending. He didn't have to take it so hard.
Right, yeah.
But I think there's an explanation for Opie's behavior when he lets the stream run a little long.
Oh.
That poor girl.
All right, let's get out of here.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Don't choke.
Rest in peace, Mom. Talk to you guys soon.
That was one of the better ones. That was entertaining throughout.
Oh. Yeah. Opie's doing a tribute to his mom who just passed away with all of his chins. And by the way, nothing gets me more angry than when people do the stupid heart thing with their hands.
You can barely do it.
Yeah, Opie, you're 63 years old. Are you really doing the heart thing with your hands for your mommy right now? And there is something very telling about Ron the waiter right there. He's another guy who no self-criticism. Everything he does is gold. He's like, that was a really good one. That was really great. We just saw Opie like ruin the momentum in the show multiple times and critique them during the show that it sucked. And Ron's like, that was a really good one.
Entertaining throughout, I believe.
Entertaining throughout.
Well, what you're seeing with Ron is he's like the anti-John. He puts being a good friend over a good show. And he puts making his friend Opie handle this stuff or have a cushion to lean back on. As opposed to be out there on his own. And yeah, I mean, there's no wrong way to grieve. And this guy has no experience in expressing any kind of real emotion.
No.
So I'm just proud of him that he did and that he let us in on what was happening. Because I don't know how many people caught that. Not a lot of people listen to that, especially hang on till the very end. So I was a little more prepared than others, I think, when he opened the next show yesterday like this.
And then I get a call from my older sister, and she basically announced to me that that my mom died. Yeah, 89 years old, and I've been leaking tears ever since. If you want to know the truth,
Ooh.
and I don't want to do this live stream today, but my friend Ron the waiter is like, man, you gotta do it.
Is Ron the producer? Why would that matter? What Ron says, like, do it or don't do it, but don't say, guys, I don't even want to be doing this. I'm not in a good place right now. My headspace is off. But Ron the waiter told me to do it. That's a terrible reason for having a podcast where you're all emotional about your mom passing away.
Yeah, because it has nothing. He's not thinking of the show at all in any way. He's thinking about his friend, and he doesn't want his friend to be alone because he knows he's going to be. He also wants his friend to talk, which he knows he won't be doing. So as this gift, Ron just gives him this hour and 20 minutes for Opie to talk honestly, truthfully, and like from his real voice about why he is the way he is and how he ended up like this.
Oh, this
and
is fascinating.
It's the best episode he's ever done.
This is great because we talked about this, Adam. It was not long ago where Ron was talking about his family and the dynamics, and what was his aunt committed suicide on Thanksgiving and ruined Thanksgiving for everyone for years to come. And he was having these like real conversations, and he was trying to connect with his buddy Opie. It's just like, and your mom was a handful, right? And I was like, she was fine. Like Opie wouldn't say a thing about his mom, even though he's talked about it on the radio show.
You're the freak, Ron.
Yeah. Only you have problems with your family. My family's great. Even though everyone knows that Opie's talked about his mom being mentally ill and all the problems he had growing up because of that. And so Ron's just like, hey, maybe we can bond over this thing. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. All right. So finally, Opie's mom has passed away. This just happened this week. And so Opie's going to open up about this. This is a very special episode of WATP. I mean, some people would say Opie Radio, but most people see Opie through WATP. So I think it's a very special episode of WATP where we pay tribute to Opie's mentally ill mother who passed that down to Opie.
Well, he makes it clear that he's not going to go to a funeral. He doesn't know what they're doing about burying. I don't think he's going to be involved in any way. I don't think he's going to talk much about it outside of this. So this next hour is her funeral and her tribute. That's probably
sad.
the only words he's going to say publicly about her.
Wait, is that true? He's not going to the funeral or anything? Because
he was very vague about what they were doing and if they were doing anything. And he made some joke about, I don't even want to say the joke, but he acted like even if something was happening, he doesn't know if he would even want to be a part of it. Maybe he will. He
has a lot of siblings and she's local. They're all still in the New York area right there. So you'd think that this is a no-brainer.
They're all estranged. They're all estranged. There's one who just keeps up, but a running joke among the siblings was, how are we going to know if mom passes? Because she's alone and we don't talk to her. And this is what he's going to wrestle with right here.
There's no way to sugarcoat this. She died alone with no one visiting her. No one visited her for fucking years. It's really as sad as it gets. But in my house, if you didn't clean
I have a question. Hold on. So was she like in a nursing home in Long Island?
Yeah, assisted living, and then they moved you on to the next fucking corridor, that type of shit.
So she was surrounded by her Jamaican caregivers.
Yeah, probably. Some dude singing Frank Sinatra down the hall in a break room. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's fucking sad, but I'm gonna try to find the comedy in it.
Okay, good luck with that, Opie. Good luck with that. Let's see if Opie can find the comedy in his mom passed away. Yeah, let's see. Let's find out what the comedy stylings of Opie after his mom died alone are going to be. I'm excited for this. And I haven't watched these clips yet.
You can just start the next one.
All right, good.
I'll tell you the significance of my mom dying on November 22nd. Okay. Yes, that is my anniversary.
Here comes comedy.
But it's also the anniversary of my dad's first wife when they got married. I actually got married on the exact same day, many years later, obviously, as my dad. My dad's first marriage, they got married on November 22nd. Fast forward a whole bunch of years later, and I got married on November 22nd. My dad's first marriage was such a thorn in my mom's side.
Jesus. So his dad was previously married. his mom had a real issue with the previous marriage, and Opie decided to get married on his dad's anniversary that bothered his mom to no end.
Yes.
That's odd because it sounds like he did that on purpose.
He did.
What an asshole.
Wait till you hear about where he made her sit.
Oh,
But
Jesus Christ.
We'll get to that later.
Okay. So we're making comedy out of this now, right, Adam? I mean, not yet, but we're getting there, I would imagine.
No, it's only going to get darker and darker, but it's going to get more and more revealing, and it explains so much of, and he points it out too, of why he is the way he is and why his relationships have ended up the way they are. His mom, according to him, is very, very abusive. So he doesn't feel bad. He thinks, and he might be right, that it saved his life to keep her at a distance.
Okay.
Here we're going to get to know a little bit more about Opie's father.
He married his high school sweetheart. They were in love. They had 3 kids. 2 died from crib death. One reason that why I never liked Jim Norton's stupid Uncle Paul shit. A shock jock with a boundary. Yes, I had a boundary. And I did tell Jim why I had a tough time with his Uncle Paul character, but he didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. He just wanted people out of his fucking way. But I had a very tough time with that type of humor because of what happened to my dad. He lost 2 kids. I should have like 2 older brothers.
Who's that old guy over there? Uncle Paul, with the creepy old guy stare. Uncle Paul, now he's coming over here.
Uncle Paul was a child molester.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with crib death? Fuck you, Opie. I like that he's trying to turn this. This is very tragic. I'm sure it's very traumatic for the family. But what the fuck does that have to do with Jim Norton? Why the hell would he bring up Jim Norton's name in this?
I don't know. He also said the classic, Jim Norton's always like, everybody get out of my way.
Oh, yeah.
Old Jimmy Norton.
And by the way, Opie loved the Uncle Paul character until he got with his now wife and, the Philly crew. She's
The
from
Philly
Philly.
crew.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, look at, we got Anthony's in here. Uncle Paul was a pedo crib death, and E-Rock's in here too. Yet he let Uncle Paul go for years on a show this namesake that he controls. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is all very convenient for him to look back at it and be like, by the way, the reason why that's offensive is because of this thing. Like, what? These things don't even connect.
No, this is like a chick acting more like an asshole on her birthday.
Yes. This is like every chick ever. I agree with what you're saying.
The mom's death umbrella. Everything falls under it.
Oh, what an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I thought this was going to go totally differently.
You thought we were going to feel bad for the Opster on this one?
This is just me.
I know. Adam's just like, by the way, we're not going to have a lot of fun in this episode today. Like, oh, hold my beer, asshole. We're having fun today.
Flash forward.
I should mention real quick while we're doing the show and we're all having fun.
The teaser. Next week's teaser.
E-Rock will be on WTP this Saturday coming up. Missy B is here and is bonding with her husband or her boyfriend in the chat. I guess she didn't know that they were both watching the show together.
This is where people hook up.
This is a love connection, this show, for sure. But yeah, E-Rock will be on WTP this Saturday. Let's get back to the hilarity that Opie's going to make a lot of comedy out of his mom passing away. I can't wait for what we have next.
Whew. Okay. Well, we're going to learn a little bit about his father.
Okay.
My thought at the time was
hold on. That was
Okay.
we learned about his father. Here he's going to explain, like you were saying, the 22nd being his parents' or his father's original anniversary that his mom hated was the date that he had to schedule his wedding on. Now, it's not like he saw his mother during this time. They really phone calls every once in a while. That's all he ever did. I don't know if they ever met the grandkids. It was very much estranged. However, when he did reach out and invite her to the wedding, but he wouldn't let them sit anywhere near the family, and she never forgave him.
Oh.
My thought at the time was I'm going to put her at a table, where she would be comfortable, with people she knows, older people, right? And then I had I wanted to give my own family a break, so they were at their own table because they also didn't want to deal with her. And then the main table was me and my brother and my wife and a few other people, and she was so pissed off that she wasn't sitting at my table on my wedding. And I knew if she was sitting at my table at my wedding, I would have been miserable. And I wasn't going to do that to me or my wife on my wedding day. So there
was she nice to your wife?
Huh?
Was your mother ever nice to your wife?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Might want to leave that part out.
It's interesting.
No one sits with their mom at their wedding, by the way. That's not a thing. You don't have your parents at your table with you at your wedding. You have the wedding party. What's my dad, my best man? What are we talking about here? What's going on?
I guess it was some fairy tale wedding at the Ritz-Carlton in Boston, and it was all very curated, and where she was a statement. He invited her, but then he wanted to punish her for it, which is an interesting move, right?
Yeah, it's very passive-aggressive, I would say.
Yes. Now, in this next bit, he talks about how basically anytime there was a seminal moment in his life for his career, she would randomly call him that day to fuck it up, such as on the first day of him coming into New York and starting his new big radio career. That's when she called last.
The fact is, the last time I talked to my mom was 7 years ago, and it was the day that I was let go from Sirius XM.
The other one, yeah.
I was out of my mind. I just blew up my whole fucking career. All I had to do was behave at Sirius XM, and I would still be over there. But I couldn't help myself, and I'm fine with that now. And I was at the beach house. I got the call that they were letting me go, and I was like, "Holy shit! I just blew up my career." I had a great new show that I was really into, and it was all gone. It was all gone, boom, up in smoke. And that same day, my mom called, and I told her, and it went right from that to yelling and screaming at me because I didn't send her a card recently for whatever holidays around.
Well, this is a really great tribute to his mom who just passed away. We remember all the things I hated about her.
It's his only memories. And did you ever hear him discuss him leaving Sirius XM in such stark, simple terms?
No.
He's like, I fucked it up. If I wouldn't have done that, it wouldn't have happened. It was my fault. I'll have to get over it. My mom called me that day and shit on me for it.
Wait, was that when he left Sirius or when he left? Oh, yeah, that was when he. I thought he was talking about how he got fired. Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, I set it up wrong. Later, we'll hear him. She calls on the first day when he starts. But now Ron's asking the questions. He's like, what do you know about how your mom was raised? Do you know anything about it?
Interesting.
That she was brought up with a severe alcoholic. An alcoholic that I don't know what happened in my mom's house. I never wanted to ask her. She would bring it up from time to time. It didn't sound fucking good at all. And it was best not to know the details of her upbringing. Let's just put it that way. I understood in broad strokes that her upbringing was way worse than mine.
Interesting.
Right.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't be bitching so much about it then. That's an interesting thing to admit to. Way worse than his, and yet he's so traumatized. He's still bitching about it after she passes away at the age of 89.
You were saying this earlier about people who can realize exactly what's happening and say it out loud, but still are unable to do something about it.
Right. Yeah, you're an adult. Grow up.
It's tough for some people, and it shows you, like we say about Howard Stern, you're always like, the therapy's not doing anything. And I'm like, I imagine if he didn't do anything, how bad he'd be. This is what we're looking at, this kind of complete disconnect. He just even admitted, and it's what Ron does allude to. I didn't include it, but they're like, I bet some dark stuff happened to your mom. And he's like, I bet it did. I don't want to know, which is a little bit why even whatever jokes Jim Norton's making, he decided that's where it is, because he can't think about any of that. Ron asked him, did anything ever happen to you? And he just says it in this, like, I don't think about that, I don't talk about that way that does make you go, what the fuck is going on over there? Like, what is happening? It's all just awful. And the shit you tell us about just gets worse and worse. So this one is on when she calls on his first day of radio in New York.
Since phone calls and stuff were not cheap, so she couldn't call me on a regular basis. And I remember I would hang up, whether I was in Buffalo, Rochester, or Boston, I would hang up after one of these phone calls. I'd be depressed for days, She had to trash everybody. It was like, why don't we talk about anything but? And then when I was at the tolls, I got really sad as I was looking to at the city. But now I'm on the Throgs Neck Bridge. You can see the city to your right as you're going down Long Island.
Yeah,
I was sad because I'm like, holy shit, you're going back into the lion's den. You're going back into the lion's den. You're now too close to home again.
Damn, your mother really, really put a spell on you guys.
Opie trashes everybody. This whole thing where he's just like, yeah, my mom was a Debbie Downer. Opie, that's you. And it's been brought up before. Like, do you think you have a tinge of the mental illness that was maybe passed down from your mom? And like, no, I'm not like that at all.
You're blocked.
Yeah, this is what he's explaining right now.
But he doesn't see it. He doesn't see
Right.
it. You're yelling at no one. There's a part where Ron says, Opie, it sounds like you really had to walk on eggshells around your mother.
Oh, yes.
And Greg's like, yes, that's exactly right. He doesn't know. He doesn't see what you're saying.
hilarious.
And by the way, Ron saying she put a spell on you, that was the nicest way I've ever heard somebody say, boy, your mom fucked you up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
you're
that
still not
was-
over it, man. Get over it. What are you doing?
He's first coming to terms with a lot of this stuff. He tells this story here about when one of his brothers was getting ready to leave the house and start a job in the city for the first time.
He was going to move out to, try to start his own life with his job in the city. And my mom turned to my dad and said, I told you we should have had an abortion. Jesus Christ. Just fucking crazy, dude. Fucking crazy.
So wait, your mom's a better shock jock than you too? On top of everything else? She had the Howard Stern line? God damn
Yeah,
it.
she's the originator.
Seriously, put her on the radio next time. She would be great with Aunt Jim. Damn it.
Well, if you like that bit, he makes it clear that she was looking to any chance she had to say out loud that she didn't want all of these children, she took. And he repeats that over and over again. I think it might be a hard thing to hear when you're a kid.
Yeah, but also that's kind of a funny line, right?
Great line and not a bad delivery,
Yeah,
but still
right.
tough
Yeah.
to
Okay.
hear. Really tough.
Fair enough.
And Opie expresses once again how this affected his work life.
And then,
Wow.
and then I would have this insane success, and I felt guilty that I was happy. Guilty. Because every time I had any phone call or interaction with her, she was just literally miserable with her life. And I would feel guilty that I would be, feeling happiness.
He doesn't know how to feel or what to feel.
I know, and I'm not good, and Adam points this out all the time. When I talk about therapy, don't listen. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But Opie claims that he's gotten help and he's seen a therapist and he's talked through this stuff, and he's still holding on to these things.
He
Still
thinks he
regurgitating
had.
this.
He did
I
it
know.
years ago for 6 months. He doesn't understand. It's like working out. Like, you can't lie to us if you've been hitting the gym. We can see.
Yeah, we know.
Nothing
Yeah,
you
yeah.
say.
You're-
We know if you're sober. Like, and he does it early
Right.
on. He's like, this was so tough, and I spent so much time putting this down, but I did therapy, and now I'm better. He thinks he did the work. He believes
He's not over it. He's not.
And
It's
anybody
not
watching,
working.
we all know anybody that deals with him.
Yes.
So Ron asks again, like exactly what you're supposed to ask. What was your dad doing during all of this?
I'll tell my stories today. I would go to my dad. You see what she did? You saw. Like, I'm like almost thinking like, finally, right? And he would go, she's mentally ill. And then you would have to just like sulk away like, fuck, man. Like, what the? I mean, come on.
Well,
So
that's another. By the way, that's another type of trauma when you go to your father to save you,
right?
And he doesn't.
Adam, I don't know what to make of this.
Tell me.
So the dad says, look, that's mom being mom. You got to get over it. If they're going to stay together, it's kind of good advice, right? Am I crazy? So you're like, hey, mom's being irrational. And dad goes, yeah, that's what she does. You haven't learned that yet? I've known her longer than you have, buddy. So let me just tell you, this is the deal. This is what we all signed up for. And then you go, well, thanks for fucking nothing. Like, what do you want me to do? Yell at her about her being mentally ill? that doesn't work.
No, but I want you to protect me from it. This was your fucking choice. Like,
Yeah,
leave
right.
me out of your poor
Yeah.
decisions. Like, that's
I
all.
just- I
It's a
understand
parent
that part.
thing.
Sure.
Except that because there is a part of, I think, every father that turns to his son at some point and says, like, mom's going to be mom, you know, women
Yeah, right.
you're going to have to.
We've all had that conversation.
But this is different. You don't get to say, I wish you were never born. Like, Dad, could you please say something? There are levels to this thing, I think.
Tell me you're glad I was born, please.
Something.
Never.
But you're asking the right questions again, because so is Ron. Ron's like, so if your dad, was he working? Because there's 9 mouths to feed in this house. Like, you have a lot of people. There's no way he can't be wealthy. Was he wealthy?
I don't give a shit what people believe or not. This is the God's honest truth. My dad ran in the same circles as Donald Trump's father back in the day in Long Island City in real estate. He knew Donald Trump's father. And my dad was pretty successful in real estate back then.
Shit. I always hear the opposite from Opie, that he grew up poor and he didn't have anything. But now he's talking about his dad was like a real estate mogul.
Yep.
Is that what's going on?
Nope. Listen to the next one.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I think the story of my dad is that he was more than capable of providing for a family of a total of 9. But with my mom's issues getting worse and worse year after year, it made it almost impossible for him to even leave the fucking house. So it all went away slowly. And then every once in a while, he had an office in the house I grew up in. He was in there like 16 hours a day hustling. He turned more into an entrepreneur. And then every once in a while, he would hit on something and we would have like a huge check come in. And it would be nice, but that money would go away really quickly. And for most of my time growing up, we had very, very little money.
Opie has no idea what he's talking about, right?
No, he doesn't.
He has no idea what's going on. Yeah.
The whole time, I thought he was fucking with us.
He's making all of this up.
He was rich, but wouldn't admit it because he wanted to be a working class guy. He doesn't know himself. He doesn't know if he was rich or poor. He's like, we seem to have money, but we were fucking worried about it all the time.
He doesn't know how many siblings he has. He doesn't know how many kids he has. He doesn't know any of these numbers change all the fucking time.
They came and went.
What does he know about here?
Well, he knows about doing radio, Carl. Since he was 18
true.
years
Since he was
old.
18, yeah.
Yes.
He's got that down.
He doesn't know if he's rich or poor. He's like, he makes a reference to his mom calling. He's like, long distance calls, they cost a lot of money. Like, if he's worried about the cost of a call when he has like 7 brothers, he doesn't know whether he was rich or poor. He just knows we worried about it all the time. If we were rich, why was I so scared? Why did I have such shitty stuff? Why couldn't I have anything nice? And why were we always freaking out about it? That's what poor people do.
Why was I hiding money in the wall?
Yeah, remember he was wrapping money in tinfoil and hiding it in the wall.
He talks about that and says his mother would even steal that when she discovered it. That they weren't allowed to have money or nice things. I don't know. But he doesn't know how to feel about any of this stuff.
What? Write a book. Why is this his therapy session with Ron the waiter? Just write a fucking book about it already.
Read
what
a book.
Doing? Yeah, read a book or create your own little fan fiction about how you grew up.
Well, I certainly hope the rest of America feels the way you do, Carl, because check out his next project.
People are like, why haven't you written the book?
Yes!
And I'm like, I can't write the book without really dipping into this fucking heavy shit. And my mom had enough awareness to go, don't write the book until I die.
Simon and Schuster, are you listening?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Ron.
It made him happy, though.
Yeah,
he liked hearing Simon and Schuster.
Opie liked that a lot.
He did.
So he's got his mom, who no one in the family talks to. They can't stand her. They let her just die alone. But he won't write a book until she passes away. Why would he give a fuck? How does that make sense? Make that make sense.
I don't think it's why he didn't write the book.
Of course not. Yeah, that's the one rule I go by when it comes to my mom. That's what she wanted. Wait for her to die until I write this book.
I do hope he does it now, though. And it does point out what you were saying about people. You're like, how can they know, again, what the reality is and do nothing about it? Like his mother knew. Like she knew, you're not going to say nice things about me. I'd rather not fix it. Just don't write the book until I'm gone. That's rough.
Love that book.
Yeah, me too.
If you want to know the truth, Greg Hughes.
Listen, I don't need you to write a book. I just need you to read it on an audio format so that we can make it a bonus series on patreon.com/worthies Opie, if you could just do me one favor here, please. That'd be great.
We promise not to add any commentary, just to have it play
Yeah,
uninterrupted.
we're just gonna steal it and give to anyone who gives us $5 for free.
Mhm.
That's what we do over on Patreon, as people know.
So Ron hasn't said much. He starts to try and wrap it up, and Opie actually has some fascinating, accurate advice.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mrs. Hughes. You have a very nice son.
I try to be better every day, Ron. That's all you can do. You got to you got to acknowledge where you come from. You got to acknowledge the possible issues you could have from your upbringing, and you got to do something about it. So the best I could do every day is just try to be a little better every fucking day. That's it.
Hey, quick question, just to change the subject a little bit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So again, Opie recognizes all of this
Yes.
and doesn't put any of it into practice.
This is the best he can do.
This is him implementing the
This
be
is
a better
it.
person
All
every
of
day.
these years. That's it. He
That's
knows.
insane.
It's just really hard for him. And I wish I could include the next part. It just goes on too long. But Ron is such a good guy. You know what he does right here at the end? He interrupts him and goes, wait. Aren't the price of Thanksgiving food so high?
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
He gives
get
him
Opie off on the
you want to toss the
inflation
ball
rants.
around a little, buddy? You
Yeah.
got one left. He's like, no. I won't. So instead, Ron offers him some good advice.
All right, Ron. Have a good bus
All right,
ride.
Opie, once again, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And yes, your mother truly is at peace now. And you're at peace, which is even more important.
Yeah, I think I am. I think there's even though I didn't see her for the last 7 years, there was always this energy.
And you know what I would do, just as very healthy, on Thanksgiving Day, at the table when everyone's eating, toast your mother.
Yeah.
Ma, thank
It's good advice.
Sure, it's fine. Here's some other advice. Talk to your mom the last 7 years.
Well, it's too late for
go,
that, Carl.
Go visit her. Maybe make a phone call or something. This is coming at a weird time because Opie was just remembering his mom's mom passing away.
Yeah.
And what a piece of shit he was to his grandmother when she was on her deathbed. He was like, fuck off, and stormed out of the room. When she was just
callous and proud of it.
Right. And his grandma called him what, Precious? She's like, oh, Precious is here. And he's like, fuck you. I don't like that nickname. I was like, that's a very sweet thing to say to someone, to say that they're precious.
Yeah, but Opie didn't just come up with this on his own. This is how his mother treated her mother. They were estranged from her. They didn't talk to her for years.
And they were
no
estranged.
relationship.
They were estranged because his mom's mom lent them a bunch of money that his mom never paid back.
Right, because they were broke. Do you
Yes,
understand?
they're resentful. Even though his dad was saying I was Trump senior. What the fuck is going on? None of this makes sense, Adam.
Yes,
I'm
it is
confused.
not healthy for a 63-year-old man to be hung up on this stuff still, but he is, and he has been trying.
I
and this
pride
is where he's
myself
at.
as the authority on Greg Opie Hughes. We've been doing it a long time over here, and I'm more confused than ever about what's going on in Greg's life. I can't figure it out.
It's funny. I've never seen it clearer. Even where the voices came from. Remember when he went to his dad? He was like Anthony Hopkins in that bit. He was like,
yeah,
why don't you stop? And his dad is like, it's not going to stop. And he goes, well, there's nothing you can do but go, okay. All right. Like, oh, that's what that is. That's
it. That's the voice.
Because it's like, what else can you do? That white, like you're in a prison. And you're just like, okay,
Wow.
I guess we just sit here. And he leaves the stream like this. Probably the only time he's ever ended it intentionally.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Ron. Thank you.
All right, happy Thanksgiving, Opie.
Yeah, you
All right.
too, buddy. All right, guys. I'm definitely taking a few days off. I'm taking a few days off. I'll see you guys soon. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll talk soon. Rest in peace to mommy.
All right. Wow. Very heartfelt.
It's the heart comes from Ron. I was touched by what a good friend Ron is. And this is before you reminded me that Ron's own family committed suicide on Thanksgiving. And Ron is like, I'm here for you, buddy. I know I'm not going to mention it because you don't care. So we're just going to talk about how hard it was.
Tomorrow's going to be a rough day for Ron. He has to
It will
relive
be.
his trauma and his family and everything.
Such a good guy. It's
Opie
so
doesn't
nice.
even bring it up. Opie doesn't even remember that.
No, he doesn't care.
Oh, wow. I'm a little surprised. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. The Opster didn't try to take advantage of this death in order to get more super chats coming in. Does he not know about that grift that a lot of these people do?
I think it honestly didn't occur to him.
Yeah, probably
He's
not.
being real.
Damn it,
needed
Opie, you
this.
missed out. You missed out on that one.
I'm really glad he did this show. I'm really glad we got to learn about his mom. I'm glad he didn't sulk in the corner and he chose to just be real with us and share it, you know, regardless of how you feel. It was a very brave thing for him to do. And I certainly learned a lot. I cut out a lot of the horrible stuff his mom did. There's just endless examples of this.
So next week, can we?
So we have a super emergency episode behind the paywall.
Let's go.
No, but if you just want to get a little taste, you could play the #1 Audible.
Okay.
And just
brought my college girlfriend home, and I'm like, hey, you wanna? Oh, we got some photo albums. You get to learn about me a little more. Let's go through the photo albums. And you would go through the photo albums like that, and she'd be like, what? Why is one of your brother's pictures cut out? she would cut faces out of fucking family photos. People that she, you know, had a severe problem with. You don't come back from that.
No.
See, this is the annoying part. Going back to what I was talking about before, when Ron was like, "Yeah, but your mom's crazy, right?" And Opie goes, "She was fine."
Yeah,
she had her ups and downs. And now she dies. And he's like, "She's a fucking lunatic. Listen to what she's up to."
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He has fond memories. He has a lot of bad ones. He doesn't know how he's supposed to feel. So he starts his new dream job, and all he can think of is, I'm close to my mother again. Fuck, this is going to ruin everything. And what does he do? He said it. He ruined everything. He threw it all away for some reason.
Well, it was her fault, though, Adam. I mean, which is your mom's fault because
it's his fault for not dealing with it.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
But if he's any closer to it, I applaud him.
Do you want to play this last clip that you have?
Sure. You know how Homer Simpson always talks about how to deal with problems? Listen to how Greg does.
Alcohol.
It's beautiful.
It really is nice.
I can't wait to get out of the city for Thanksgiving and just like fucking walk that beach and breathe. I just want everything to settle right back down to where it was. It's in a good spot with everything just settled down at the bottom.
No, that's wrong. If you let things settle down at the bottom, that's when you physically get sick. That's when you get like cancer.
No, I understand that, Ron. But what I mean is like I'm good in general, but with the death of my mom, it just stirs everything up. And
I have a question.
And I would go with these emotions. You should go with your emotions. And then I'm looking forward to it settling back down and working on shit from that level. But hold on, I got to ask. I know you have a question and say that because I have to answer your other question, which is very, very important.
You got it.
All right. So Opie, the guy who knows everything about himself and went to therapy and worked on himself, goes, "Yeah, I just need to suppress all this stuff and push it down. It won't come bubbling back up at any point. I'll be fine."
And then you put food on it.
Bitter ball.
Yeah,
I love it. Ron, the way he's like, "Oh no, actually, that's the opposite of what you want."
Yeah, I tried that.
You deal with stuff. You talk about it.
It's hilarious.
No.
Oh, wow. What a segment, Adam. What a segment. Wow. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Opie's mom passed away. Nobody doesn't know what to think about it.
I, for one, will give a toast to Mrs. Hughes on Thanksgiving.
I will as well. Tomorrow when we're eating our steaks by the pool. For sure.
And also, let's send Ron a little money.
Yeah, let's do that. I have a Stuttering John segment I'm so excited about. John had a show. John had a show last night. Unlike any other show, like he finally has a guest on who doesn't give a fuck and just tells him reality, and he has to deal with that, which is really fun. But first, I want to thank the people who are going over to supertip.gg/WATP, like Rumpled Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast. Watching Opie shut down any momentum on his show feels like a virtual reality O&A simulator game. He's good at that. He is good at that. Let's go to the phones. Anonymous says, Ron might be turning into the Mr. Mackey of the Dabbleverse. Okay. Captain Cheese. When I first saw Ron the Waiter, I thought he was a dork and a loser. He's still all those things, but he's so likable compared to OP.
So true.
I thought this guy was a loser. He is a loser, but grow it out me a little bit.
He's a really cool loser.
Greg, you, Paul, my diddled brothers to death, Hughes. Okay, Greg, Uncle Paul, my diddled brothers to death. I don't know if that's the nickname's going to stick. Producer Ralph says, Carl sat with his wife at his wedding. Hashtag zinger. Chris, you were at my wedding. Did I hang out with my wife at all?
No.
I didn't at all. 3340985. Look at Carl sitting in his wooden gold mine. When aliens attack, you'll be a rich motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot. We learned from Opie's show last weekend. And Adam, I'm sorry to scoop you on that. That was a doozy of an episode where Ron was talking about how wood is only grown on Earth and it's coveted by all the space aliens.
Yes. And I know you, as a big lover and follower of Bashir, were excited to see that you had a fellow, enthusiast.
My favorite part about that, my wife's into space aliens and stuff. And I go up after the show and I go, or maybe it was the next day, whatever it was.
Yeah,
I go,
we were at football and you asked.
Yeah. We were watching football. And I go, you familiar with Bashir? And who's the guy who, Daryl Anka, I guess is the medium that Bashir talks through.
Okay.
And my wife's like, oh, yeah, I know about that. I was like, yes,
There you go.
I knew it. That's awesome.
What did she think of him?
She thought he was a little out there.
A little bit.
She likes actor Stephen Greer, I think is the guy's name.
Okay.
She gets more into that stuff. The same person says, didn't Opie's father have his own church or something like that? And asked young Opster to tell that to cashiers when he buys stuff to avoid the, is it value-added tax?
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, I believe it was E-Rock was in the chat reminding us that this guy who was this real estate mogul also had like schemes to avoid paying taxes. We can't make sense of what his dad was up to, apparently. The sunrise behind Opie during Opie's mom's memorial was breathtaking. It's like God said, this one's for the Opster. That is true, Diana.
And Opie did say that the reason he does the show is so we can see these glorious sunrises, but it's never quite worked out. And this was the first time it had ever worked out that the sunrise was insane and he was filming.
Well, that's amazing that Mrs. Hughes did that for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about Stuttering John.
Bloody ass. Can I get a little sympathy? Because I got a bloody ass. I'm bleeding generously because I got a bloody ass.
I've been looking forward to this segment. So it starts off, John from last night, he gets a super chat that he doesn't understand at all.
Play the holiday classic. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
So it's Feliz Navidad. It's not Feliz Navidad. I don't know where you came with that. But also, what this super chat actually is doxing Ava's dead name. What do you call it? When Ava was a dude.
Mm-hmm.
So John puts this up and just starts singing the song because he's such a moron. He has no idea that he's actually. Yeah, he has no idea that what he's doing is doc. The one thing that Ava gets very upset about is when you dead name her, and John's just putting that right up and singing along with it because he's an idiot. But that's not the important part. The important part of the show is Judy coming on. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. This is very important. You're going to see these clips. I don't know if other people are clipping this. They should be. This is an amazing segment. But because John's a moron, Judy is about 20 decibels lower than John and is echoing. So I had to go in and crank her audio on all of these clips so you can actually hear what she's saying. Otherwise, it's almost unwatchable, unlistenable. So I did my best on this one. The introduction to Judy. Now, remember, John knows Judy from Vince the Lawyer's show. Judy is an attorney who's trying to be a law tuber. She wants to be a YouTube celebrity talking about the law and stuff. So Vince the Lawyer had her on his show, and then John wanted to get her on his show. And Judy is an Asian woman and is an attorney. But apparently in John's mind, she's also a hot piece of ass.
Oh, here she is. All righty. I want to just welcome everybody to probably one of the most attractive women I've ever seen in my life. And so smart. Please give it up for Miss Judy. Hello, Miss Judy.
Hi, hello, Mr. Melendez. How are you today?
Good. How are you? You look so adorable.
Now, listen, I like Asian girls as much as the next guy, maybe more so.
Yes.
This is not one of the hottest chicks John's ever seen. I'm sorry. It's just not the case at all. And Judy, all due respect, you're a lovely person inside and out. But what the fuck is going on? John is so hard up. He's just hitting on every woman he sees.
He doesn't realize that that's not a compliment to her. It just
No.
makes you sound like you haven't been around a lot.
Right.
Yeah. And she talks to him like she's his nurse.
Yes, that
Yeah.
Mr. Melendez was so client, professional, businessy.
Mhm. Oh, we're going to find out that she really understands what's going on here more so than John does, which is great. And yeah, again, John's just a desperate loser who can't get laid. And so every chance he gets to talk to a girl, it's nonstop hitting on them. So they start talking about Vince the lawyer. Now, one of the things that John has to do is he has to make himself look like he's cooler and better than Vince the lawyer, because she probably respects Vince a lot more than she respects John, being a fellow lawyer and actually having a career and money and stuff like that. So John has to immediately throw Vince under the bus and start tattletaling on Vince.
You know, I think he makes fun of you all the time. So,
But Judy, like, why do you want to associate yourself with him? He uses the N-word all the time.
I've never heard him use that.
Do you want me to send you the clips of him using it?
Wow. This is the first thing that happened in their conversation. Like, oh, you like Vince? Well, guess what? He uses the N-word, so you shouldn't like him. And I'll even prove it. John has literally said the N-word on the Howard Stern show. The fact that this is the thing that he stands by is like, I think this guy said a naughty word once. Yeah, we heard you say it on terrestrial radio, you moron.
Hold on, I'm just going to send Judy a tape really fast.
Yeah, we just
From
send
Channel
that
9
over.
show. There we go.
I wish he called his bluff and he's like, actually, I don't know how to send clips.
Yeah, he would make Jerry Beer Sales do it, or
Yeah, right.
Dirty Deeds or something. Can you send that to Judy? Like, yeah, John, let me get right on that.
Is this the lawyer that Vince interviewed on a podcast that John watched where they were making fun of him?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So he has to start with this, because I remember Judy was like, "Oh, that man looks like an alcoholic and like a real drunken like I wouldn't want to be on that kind of podcast." So it's weird to see her here, and B, I guess why he's coming in all hot.
They were clowning John, and John got very upset about that. But now, because Judy is such a smoke show, he's got to be the alpha male and explain to Judy that, no, your buddy Vince is a very bad man.
He says Negro.
Oh, he also used the other one too. He did it just last night on my stream.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's
Judy, if I were you, I'd run for the hills.
yeah. I mean, there have been some people who told me from the beginning that this guy is bad news.
All right, first off, if you want to be a YouTube person, attorney, whatever you're trying to do, Judy, you got to figure out your microphone. I'm cranking this thing over here so that we can even hear her, and there's this echo probably on John's end because John doesn't know how to use headphones because he's a moron as well. But all of this is just bad production. And the fact that John goes on and goes, you shouldn't even like that guy. He says mean things and he's a bad person. It's such a simp move. By the way, John, just so you know, girls like the bad guy. All right. That's kind of their thing, a lot of them. So that's not going to work. Like, by the way, that guy's an outlaw. You wouldn't want to run in his circles. You'll regret that. Like, oh yeah, I bet I will regret that.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Come here, baby. I'll protect you.
Yeah, you're getting VTL's dick wet right now by doing this, you idiot. Doing it wrong.
He's got nothing else. He can't build himself up because he's got nothing going on. So he can only tear down what's around him.
So then John wants to tell Judy all about why he filed the ethics complaint against Vince the lawyer. And, she says, he's telling her to stop being his friend and all this stuff and explaining why she shouldn't be his friend. She came on for a very different reason on this show.
So, but would you like to go ahead and take this law school quiz?
Yeah, but the whole thing with I'm probably gonna fail because I haven't been studying for it because I'm involved.
an intellectual quiz. It just has to do with.
All right, but why is Vince? He's mad that I'm trashing him. I'm just telling him the truth, Vince. Everybody knows that I filed an ethics complaint.
So this is great. She goes, I want to do this quiz with you because you were talking about taking the LSAT. I want to see how prepared you are for it. And John immediately has an excuse. Well, I'm going to do bad because I haven't had a chance. I got this other stuff going on.
I was at my neighbor's party.
Yeah, right. I got drunk at my neighbor's party. I got to hit the mute button by mistake. So he's got all these excuses all ready to go. And I like that she even goes, no, it's nothing you study for. It's just to see if you're logical enough and a rational person.
You just have to be intelligent.
Yeah, you just have to understand how reason works.
Telling you I'm going to do bad and I need an excuse now.
Right.
This is so that episode of the Brady Bunch or some shit where you invite the girl over to help you study, but you really don't want to study and you never get around to opening that book. He's a grown man and thinks she's not aware of this.
Yeah, he literally is spending the entire time here trying to get in her pants. It gets very obvious at certain points, but she is on here to help him with this exam that he's planning on taking in January that he definitely will not take and will never take. And there's no fucking way in hell John will ever take the LSAT. And if he does, I can't wait to see the results. It's going to be amazing. Not since Kim Kardashian have we seen someone fail at becoming a lawyer more spectacularly than John Melendez. So he decides, no, we're just going to talk about why I hate Vince the Lawyer, why Vince the Lawyer is a bad guy. And so he starts listing his complaints about VTL.
He showed pictures of him at my house claiming he's trying to break in using my social security number. And
all right, I got to pause it.
Does it sound like there's any more to that story? I'll just take it at face value.
He took pictures of himself trying to break into my house using my social security number. Is that the number that's on the pad to get into your house? Your social security number? What do you mean? What does that mean?
We know it is now, and we know he hasn't changed it since.
What an idiot.
He showed pictures of him at my house claiming he's trying to break in using my social security number.
Okay.
And did a show about it. And he did a show claiming I was drunk driving because he knew the guy from Mercedes and he had access to my camera and played some car driving over traffic lights.
John, when you slur the phrase drunk driving, it sounds believable.
Yeah. He knew a guy, hold on.
A couple less J's in that drunk.
He knew a guy at Mercedes-Benz, and he got footage of him driving over traffic lights.
Yeah.
None of that makes sense.
What is Judy thinking at this point?
Oh, Judy knows she's dealing with a slow.
Okay.
Yeah. Judy definitely knows what's going on here. I got to play that part again. What happened was when someone filmed John leaving the Tonight Show 10th anniversary party that he threw, and that was after he was up singing The Doors. He's all wasted. Keep your eyes on the road. And then he gets behind the wheel and drives off, and there was footage of that. And now John's turned that into, he's got a buddy at Mercedes who got footage of me driving over traffic lights that weren't real.
Do you know him?
Judy, do you know the guy at Mercedes?
Driving because he knew the guy from Mercedes and he had access to my camera and played some car driving over traffic lights. And then he started calling me an anti-Semite because I own a Mercedes. And then like the myriad of times he used the N-word. And when I was talking to the head lawyer at the ethics complaint, I said, the head lawyer there goes, John, I don't understand something. He goes, this guy's got, like, he's a lawyer. Why does he do this? And I said, because he wants to be famous. And the head of the ethics committee goes, John, you ever seen the movie King of Comedy? I go, yeah, he's Reuben Pumpkin.
Judy goes, you don't have to take the test, okay?
Yeah, Judy's reaction's like, what the fuck is this man talking about? John's such a child. And then he said the N-word, and then.
When he was smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, and then I told his mom, and his mom's like, yeah, he's bad. I was like, I know, that's what I'm telling you. The head lawyer.
Right.
Yeah, the head lawyer.
The head lawyer. Is that an attorney who gives head? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
He thinks she's going to get Rupert Pupkin, just like that. She's gonna get that kind of reference. That's right up her alley. And it's amazing that they called him the exact same thing everybody calls you. That's incredible.
Isn't that amazing how that works out? It's funny that you say that, Adam, because I didn't pull this clip, but he goes, "Do you know what I'm talking about? The King of Comedy?" She goes, "Yeah, I think I saw that when it came out." She's just like, "I haven't seen that movie in decades."
Yeah,
it's a pretty old reference.
Have you seen Jaws?
Yeah, right.
Almost famous. She
There's
pays for
2
cable.
board games in Pulp Fiction.
No.
All right, so she asked a follow-up question, like, "Wait, did Vince really show up at your house?" You know, let's find out what John says to that.
Did he really show up at your house? I thought
It appeared to. He showed a picture of and I tried to say, Vince, I know you weren't there, and he goes, "Oh yes, I was, Johnny boy." And then he shows a picture of a beer can in front of my door, and then a picture of him and then my neighbor's house across the street, and then a shadow of him on my lawn. I mean, what am I supposed to think? I'm in school. I'm like, what the fuck?
Even saying I'm in school, he sounds like a child.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor's house is in it. And then John literally streamed from outside of my house, the house that I'm in right now. He literally parked in front of this house and streamed facing the house. And
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, he's all concerned that Vince was like possibly at his house. Who gives a shit? Who
I
cares?
think he sounds like a child. She's waiting for him to finish so she can help him study for his homework.
I know, right? This is the most insane back and forth. And I've watched a lot of John clips in my day. But she actually has a good point here. She's like, but why would you be afraid that he's at your house? Like, you guys are buddies. What's the deal?
Why would you be afraid, though? I thought he was sort of like your friend.
My friend, he videotaped me while I was in a bathroom getting undressed for the shower.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant gay lover. I said friend, but I meant gay lover. My apologies. What's going on right here?
What she's saying is, it sounds like you spend an awful lot of time together in bathrooms, in Vegas, in houses, drinking beer. Why are you still talking to him?
Also, be careful, John. If you're trying to fuck this broad, don't call her stupid.
Ooh.
But that's actually a great question. Why was John afraid? Why was he concerned that Vince was going to his house in Florida? Like, so what? What, was he going to TP the tree? The palm tree?
Maybe.
That's a good question. What is that? Why is he
I don't know.
Carl, you want to get hammered to go do that?
Yes, let's do that tonight. Literally. Oh shit, we should have said that while we were streaming. Damn it. I remember when John streamed from the front of my house, and I don't know if it was Shuley or someone reached out. They're just like, "Hey man, it's pretty fucked up." I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
Why would I care about that?
Yeah, but did you see John's shadow on your lawn? Did you see it?
I know, that's so insane.
No, that would have meant war.
Yeah, that's
oh my
crossed the
gosh.
line.
It gets even more childish.
How could he do that?
Because I was in his hotel room and I went to take a shower and I tied the doors shut because I knew he would do that. And he got in between the cracks and then claimed he went under my blanket and checked me out naked.
What?
Yes. Thank you, Judy. What? He sounds like a 6-year-old.
Yeah, he's all spazzing out over this.
Yes. And then he took a photo of me, and I didn't want to take the photo, and then he posted it on the internet, and then
we touched wieners.
I have to admit, I don't think I ever admit this.
Okay.
Vince the Lawyer produces some really good content that he got John to do this.
This show is reached a new low.
I know. The fact that John's spazzing out like this,
Yeah.
I have to say, Vince, well done. Holy shit. This is incredible.
You can tell she's looking at him like, even if it's true, why are you telling me this?
Right.
Like, wasn't the N-word enough? Do we have to talk about all of this other stuff? Like, why would you say this? And why are you sharing a hotel room?
Right. Judy's talking to a 60-year-old man, and he's going, and then we were in a hotel room, and then he took a photo of me, and he was peeking underneath the covers, and took a photo of my wiener, and she's like, hold on a second. Why were you guys sharing a hotel room?
Wait, you two are sharing a hotel room somewhere?
Yeah, he flew me to go to Atlantic City because he loves me. He's obsessed with me. And he wanted me to. So he stayed in the room one night. And the whole time he's just like, like going through my pants pockets, going through my wallet. I mean, it's insane.
I'm
Judy,
sorry.
I can be bought. I can be bought. You have to have morals, but I can be bought.
I know I'm a just do it, but this sounds like a relationship with a scorned gay lover. Everything that he's saying here, it's all in the context. I'm not taking anything out of context. This is what John was saying on the show. If I'm Judy, I'm going, oh, I see what's happening here. They had a big falling out in their gay relationship. That makes sense.
And he wants her to have nothing to do with him because he's getting jealous.
Right. Yes. He said he was going to leave me for you. I don't want that to happen. So Judy's trying to process this information. She's like, wait a second. What's going on here? You guys are in a hotel room because he put you up there for a night. And is any of this true?
So what happened? So he was digging through your stuff. He was trying to record you showering.
Yes. Eddie put the tape on his show through the slits of the door of me in my underwear.
Okay. That does sound
And Judy, I swear to God, this is all true. I'm not, this is all real.
This is such childish behavior. And I swear to God, it's true. You got to believe me on this too. He was so mean to me.
Do you have your hand on your heart? Okay.
I just want to point out what he's talking about. Vince filming him in his underwear or pulling up the sheets and then taking pictures of his junk or whatever the fuck he's saying that Vince was doing is way worse than anything that he says that Shuli and I have done. He claims that we send people to his shows or to the bar to record him and stuff. Of course, we don't do any of those things. But what he's describing right now is way worse. And Vince was on his show this week. Vince is a regular on John's show, but we're the assholes.
That's why she should never speak to him ever again.
This is so insane. Right. The whole point of this is like, you got to stay away from that guy. He's a bad guy. And as she asks more questions, she's like, what kind of relationship do you two have? What's going on here?
He said Vegas would be fun, and I was in a good mood. He was
right.
being different that day. I thought, but no, he had to blow.
So Judy's logical, and she goes, so I don't understand. Why are you guys friends?
Then why do you still communicate with him?
Because he
gives you stuff?
Whoa.
Because he he doesn't give me shit, but he lures me in. And just to get me to I don't it's an odd relationship. I don't hate him, but I don't trust him because he sends my link out to people and which is not good. Yep. Like, I don't know if you know that. Like, if I send him my link, he'll send it. He shares my texts with people that I'm at war with.
Right.
I'm at war with.
Yeah.
Judy's just a civilian.
Everyone's got a war. She's got her own battle.
Yeah,
Everyone's
she
got
knows
a war.
how this is.
I just wish she would follow this up with, Vince sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. John's straining to do some explaining right there. So why are you still talking to this guy? Well, that was great too. She goes, why? Because he gives you stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Vince gives John information and beer.
And
sometimes random shit from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and $12.5 million. Give him that.
Well, yes, and sometimes lawsuits and stuff like that. But it's so funny that she goes, why are you still friends with this guy? And John didn't have an answer to that. He's like, hubbada.
Well, he's not that bad.
Yeah, right.
It was the same thing when they asked Bill Burr why he doesn't get miles on his travel.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it. They don't even stop to take it in. They're just coming up with excuses on the fly, just talking and talking, pushing it back, never once going, why don't I do that? Maybe I should do that. That sounds
Think
smart.
about that for a second. Yeah, sometimes people have a good point.
Maybe
sometimes people on the outside.
Every once in a while, maybe this lawyer you're asking advice from has some good advice you should listen to. I don't know.
Well, check this out, everyone. She explains the Dabbleverse. She has this whole thing figured out. We've talked about this for years. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. It'd be really funny if anybody filmed themselves trying to tell their family what the Dabbleverse is. Try to explain this to a family member who doesn't know anything about it. It's very difficult to do. Adam, you're shaking your head. You're like, nope.
Yeah, because even having to say you'll love this documentary by Sheet Shitterson.
Right.
It's tough.
Which is
Thanksgiving, it's tough.
fantastic. That is
The
a
best
good place
doc.
to
It's
start.
a tough name. It's a tough name.
It's
a
a good
reference
place to
to a
start.
thing you don't want to have to explain.
So somehow Judy, who's way on the outside of this, has the Dabbleverse completely figured out.
Judy, he's not a good person.
Yeah, it does seem very strange. He does seem obsessed with you. But don't you feel like this strange community called the Dabbleverse? And I'm still kind of figuring things out here.
It's hard because it's not normal.
They need this kind of wacky hijinks between you and Vince to keep things going.
No, Vince.
It's interesting.
But Vince.
Your show is very boring otherwise without Vince. I mean,
So why do you watch all the time?
I don't. That's why I don't understand.
Yes! Wow. Judy! This is amazing. Like, don't you understand, John? Vince fucking with you is why people are even covering you in the first place, because you're a bore fest. And he goes, what? Then why do you watch? I don't. I can't possibly watch this show, John. You suck. This is fantastic. This is why, Chris, you heard me screaming throughout the house today when I was watching. He goes like, "The Judy, yes!"
Judy just got a lot hotter in my eyes.
Yes. No, I want to fuck Judy.
It was like a rookie who's never been at bat just hits a home run out of nowhere. I mean, he did not see that coming and was just
not.
like a cartoon.
Oh, this is great. So Judy explains why the Dabbleverse exists, and he's still just like, my show's great. And then she goes on to explain why his show sucks. This might be my favorite clip of all time.
How dare you say my show is boring?
Well, let me tell you this. You know, when I first started tuning into your show, sometimes it just seemed like there's so much dead time. Because when I was trying to, learn how to get better on YouTube and stuff, they said you should have some sort of special topic for each of your shows.
Yeah, I do.
Stick to the topic. Yeah, but you also shouldn't have too much dead time where you're just kind of like sitting there. And,
Did you just
dying?
Judy, did you just not see me playing songs? And
that was good. That was good. I like that.
I even included your name in it.
Wow. This is amazing.
Oh.
Judy's going, yeah, John, I watch your show. You don't do anything. You just sit there and stare at stuff. You have nothing going on.
But for your birthday, I made a card and I wrote your name in it, and then I gave you the card with your name in it.
And I had Chris pull this for me because it just reminded me of this moment.
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
That was John's face, and I was like, my show's boring. I thought we were going to get married. I've been fantasizing about you and me getting married.
I already planned the marriage.
So now you guys, we've been studying John for years now. I'm sure you guys know that John's going to reflect on this, take a minute, take a beat, and go, yeah, you know what? There's room for improvement on my program. I can see why a lot of people clown me. Maybe my show wasn't as good as it could be, and try to maybe work with Judy on things that he could do to improve. Nope, actually, that's not the case at all. In fact, he decides that he has a defense for this.
But okay, in my defense, you don't know a lot of the characters.
Whole history, like who is Lady K?
He's the guy that started the whole fight with me by when I was doing just a podcast about entertainment and started to trash me, and he is the guy that that started that, and then this loser that was going broke decided to ask Lady K if he could just watch me every day like these guys. Judy, everybody watches me. Do you understand? So as boring as you may think it is, I get.
Apparently, people are obsessed with you for some weird reason.
Yes, Judy's got this all figured out. That saying that his show is boring really triggered John.
Yeah,
he keeps coming back to that. It's like, well, why is everyone watching me then if I'm so boring?
This somebody else is broke somewhere. What about that?
I know. Could you imagine following this if you didn't know what the fuck he's talking about? Who's Lady K? Well, Lady K, this guy was trashing me. There's this other loser who was broke and he started doing stuff.
He started it.
Oh, it's fantastic. I I like hearing John describe what the Dabbleverse is more than anyone else. I like his version of it. It's very funny. So John explains, like, listen, I know I'm not always hitting a home run, but this show is like improv. You know, I have to make it up as I go.
But this kind of stuff is, Judy, no offense, I'm just improvising, baby.
Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly the rules don't apply to you because you're like a celebrity. So people will watch you no matter what you do, even if you're sitting there making weird elephant noises, or singing your old tunes, or I don't know, what else do you tend to talk about? You tend to just like trash talking people.
Judy has this entire thing figured out. I don't know how much of John she's watched, probably not very much, as we're going to find out in a moment. But this is amazing that she is sitting there and explaining to this idiot that being a celebrity is the reason why people are obsessed with you. We can't believe you had the career that you did and you're this bad at everything. And Judy's trying to make it on YouTube. She's like, I'm studying this. I'm trying to figure out like how to make a successful YouTube channel and grow an audience. So I'm figuring out like to have a topic and to cover that and not be boring and not have any dead air. And she's going, you break all the rules because you suck at this. And people watch it and pay attention because you were on the Howard Stern show. This thing that John will never understand, bragging about his resume is the reason why he's the biggest lolcow on the planet. Because he was on the Howard Stern show and was with Jay Leno and did host a pro football arm wrestling thing that no one ever saw until we showed it to him. But this is why it's fascinating to everyone. And John just hears celebrity, goes, yep. Isn't that amazing? He's like, no, you're making elephant noises. You're just trashing people. What is this? What is this show? I watch it. I can't figure it out.
She also isn't an alcoholic and not currently drunk at the moment. So she remembers as far back as 10 minutes ago when she's like, well, a host is supposed to, prepare and have highlight topics. And he's like, I do. So then how does he defend himself 10 minutes later? I make this shit all up as I go along.
Improv, baby.
Nice for me. Yeah.
Yes,
well, which
hilarious.
one is it?
Right. I don't do any prep. Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Your show sucks. You don't do any prep. That's the point. That's the point I was making. Holy shit. This gets even better. This is fantastic.
I'm trying to be tactful here, but I kind of feel like when your friend Ava is on.
Abba.
Abba. Yeah, it's just like really dull.
Yes! It's really dull. The show is a slog. No one could get through it. When John's on there with Abba, and they're both griping about the shit way or whatever the fuck they're talking about. And I love the fact that she's going, yeah, this is not a show, John, what you're doing. It's not interesting. No one's being entertained by this.
He was just so happy he got to correct her on something, anything.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So it's great because John gets so jealous because she explains that Vince is actually good on John's show for a very specific reason.
Yeah. So that's why it's interesting when you do have Vince on, because at least he keeps the conversation going instead of more, dead time where people are just kind of sitting there.
You must be in love with Vince. You do know he's married, right?
Yes, of course.
And you have seen what he looks like, right?
Oh, he's so jealous. He's so jealous. She's like, when Vince on your show, it's great. He like mixes things up. He gets you talking. He gets you pissed off. There's emotions and stuff going on. Not like Ava just sits there and goes, yeah, I know. We fucking hate the same people. Blah, 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 blah. He's like, you know that he sucks, right? And he's ugly, right? He's married.
She's doing what all smart people do. She's just playing it a little dumb. I don't know much about this Dabbleverse. Right. You know what the show's like with Ava and other people and Vince. Like, you know what the Dabbleverse is. She says that out loud 2 more times. We all show up at her house.
Right. So John resorts to what a child would when the pretty girl that he likes is challenging him. He reminds the pretty girl that he's super hot.
Because, your metabolism slows down.
Yes. That's why I'm in the gym almost every day, Judy. Judy, have you seen these?
Oh, wow. That's great. That's great. Wow. Do you take steroids?
Home run, Judy. Holy shit. Wow. That's great. What are you, roiding up or something? You have such big muscles.
And the rest of you is so unhealthy.
So you would think, after all this back and forth, where Judy's like, you're boring. I don't get why your show is popular. You're really bad at it. All of these things that she's been saying, John would be like, all right, well, I guess I'm not fucking Judy, right? Nope. John continues to hit on Judy. He's talking about flying her to Florida. He's talking about visiting her in North Carolina. And this gets very uncomfortable right here.
This is all I want.
I'm the world famous Stuttering John.
Okay. Yeah, but I never even heard of you before. So.
Well, how old are you?
I'm not going to say because
Are you all right? Are you at least in your 50s?
Not answering. So,
all right, so you're in your 40s, perfect together.
Okay. Let's see. All I wanted you to do is come on my show and take this quiz.
I would, but I was in the gym.
Especially with Vince.
What an asshole.
Is this amazing? He's like, all right, Toots, you don't think I'm world famous? How old are you? I'd rather not talk about my age. All right, so are you between 45 and 49? I don't want to talk about that. So you're over 51. Is that what you're saying? I
mentioned the gym.
And then he brings up I just wanted you to come on my show and take this quiz, trying to help you with your LSAT. I was in the gym. I'm very busy working out. Do you want me to show you the guns again? No, I've seen the guns, John. We're good.
Oh, so you knew beforehand that you didn't want to take this test, and you still had me on just to waste my time.
So here's my question, guys. We know that El Harible likes to brag about Dabbler of the Year.
Yeah.
You know, he won that at DabbleCon 2. He claims that he's still Dabbler of the Year because there hasn't been another DabbleCon.
No, that's a year. It only lasts for 1 year. It's a 12-month.
Is Judy Rookie of the Year? Is she Dabbler of the Year? Queen Dabbler? We have to assign something. Judy crushed it on this episode.
We strip Vince of the lawyer title and put it onto Judy. She's Judy the lawyer.
Judy the lawyer. JTL.
JTL.
there it is. Judy is now JTL, and we never speak of Vince's name again. Wow. Well done. Well done, Judy.
That was exceptional. I really hope she comes back.
I know, me too.
Oh, yeah.
It sucked that I had to play with the levels so much. But I think there might be more to that interview we might want to revisit.
Yes, please.
At some point. We do have some people who are coming in with super tips, supertip.gg/WATP. We still have a game to play. We still have things to do on the show. But first, Tony Baloney coming in.
Have a happy Turkey Day, everyone.
You too, Tony Baloney. Thank you, buddy. Anonymous says, Stuttering John and Vince the Lawyer sound like a real Cartman and Butters.
Real life.
A real life Cartman and Butters. Dude, the way he's describing their relationship. All right, Anthony. Let's do a show together, The Duke and the Gook. I mean, Ant. Wildly inappropriate, my friend. Anonymous coming in.
Screw that old saggy hag Judy and her saggy boobs. She called my show boring. I didn't want to bang her anyways. Neener.
Yep, that's basically it. Whatnot Chaser says, John telling on Vince sounds like Chunk in the Goonies being interrogated by the Fratellis. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Bullet holes.
Carl's Frosted Tips coming in.
I left Wendy's last night after work, and the Mr. Beef Drippins was standing by my car smoking a cigarette. He said, "Hey, buddy, want to go for a ride?" Well, 2 hours later, I was in my shower crying and yelling, "Yay!"
Fuck this stuttering loser. The FBI should check his hard drive. John, please go home for Thanksgiving. I promise to not alert the police to your location. Carl, have Jenny show us those jingles. Beer, Raumchak and teens.
All right, Ant. Thanks for coming in on that. Yeah, I think John's going to have some problems when he goes back to New York. I think there's going to be some issues there when he does that. All right. We read Diana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reverend Rage says, thank you for fixing Judy's audio. Always professional. No problem, Reverend Rage. He says, never mind, Carl. It sounds like she has an echo. I know. I can't fix the echo. I just had to crank the audio, though. You couldn't hear it at all on the show. Producer Chris, I'm surprised you had the courage to show your face today after comedy writing virtuoso Stuttering John nuked you from space by referring to you as No Shoulders Chris.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You got to find a way to soldier on.
N-word F-slur. Do you have to bring that up on the show? Come on, man.
No, it's fine, man. I need to deal with this. I need to deal with this, Carl.
Dude, when you put your head on my shoulders and cried today for 20 minutes, I said, we won't bring this up on the show. I promise you, buddy. And now N-word F-slur is giving me $10 Australian to bring it up. It's not fair. This is the best guest SJ ever had. Go Judy. So great to see a straight-minded outsider perspective on SJ's shite. I know. I was so excited at watching this today. So fun. Soccer night in Detroit. Judy, you are the hero the Dabbleverse has needed. We're not worthy. I hope Judy's watching this. Maybe she watches everything, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
She's like Adam was. Like when the first time Adam came on John's show, John's like, do you watch Shitwaya? Do you watch who are these podcasts? And I was like, I watch everything.
Yeah.
Watching it all.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that I would have gotten that much time if I was a woman. He would have tolerated it a little longer instead of just bailing.
You would have been asked back. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could have. But it was the same thing, though. Like, he had to ask me to help him with his YouTube. He has to ask her to help him and take advantage. It's terrible.
After the Battle of the Band stories, I thought SJ reached the limits of his stupidity and delusion, but here we go.
Not even close.
Ralph, the producer, says Vince, the actor.
That's funny.
And the greater good, Judy World Order. I wish I had a drop for that, but I was not prepared.
JWO.
There we go. Nailed it. All right. Cardiff is obviously here in the chat, hanging out with us. And Annie is in backstage. What's up, Annie?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
No Megan game. No Is It Gay today. Megan is on assignment tonight. So we are going to poke
Remember when you told me out of respect to Opie, you were going to have Is It Gay? She's out of town. I was like, everyone's going to be so sad from this Opie thing, man. We're not going to have room or time for
I didn't say that. Just said there is no Is
You're
It
right,
Gay
buddy.
today.
No Is It Gay. Okay.
That's not what I said at all.
Pour a little something out. Put it all. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's not what I said. I said Megan is busy. I don't even know. I told you why, but yeah, I just said there is no Is It Gay today.
That's so funny.
In Megan's defense, she offered to make a game, and I said no. She has to run the game, or else it's not Is It Gay.
It's not the same without her.
It's not the same without her. Sean, the producer, coming in. My Thanksgiving week client schedule is insane, so I've been catching what I can between clients' appointments, but I'll have to go back and watch this whole episode. What I've seen has been great. Thank you, Sean, the producer. It was hit or miss, I'll be honest. But the Opie segment and the Stuttering John segments were really good.
Thanks for the $10. Appreciate it.
All right.
Those are the
All right,
important
Andy.
ones.
You ready to poke a dabbler with us?
I'm ready to try.
Let's go.
It's time for everyone's favorite new game show, To Poke a Dabbler. What do you say, Carl? And Adam never touched the bush? Are you ready to poke a dabbler?
It's amazing to me the amount of ways they try to fuck with me. Lady K and Shitway are working overtime for the first times in their lives, trying to fuck me. They are trying their best at domestic terrorism, along with Rocco Burrow and all these other assholes.
Terrorism?
They have to figure out domestic terrorism.
Close.
Because that's all they got. That's all they got. But I fear nobody. Bring it. Chad, bring it. Oh, did they strike the video, Chadley? It's not up there anymore. The one where you threatened to break my jaw? What happened to that? What happened to that, Chadley? You dumb fuck. You don't threaten violence. See, Lady Kmart, he'll be busy telling you all that I'm threatening people. I'm not threatening anybody. If I say, when you see me in a room, look the other way, that's not threatening. It just means I don't want to deal with you. If I say, I don't know what I'm going to do if I see you in a room, that's not threatening. Maybe I'm going to.
What did John say next? Here are your choices. Number 1, run away like the shitwayer. B, Ignore you. Next. Cry. 4. Make fun of your shirt. And lastly, buy you a beer. And lastly, 2, ask you to go outside. To poke a dabbler.
Now, I don't know how this is possible, but long before it even paused on where he was going to stop, Christian Blatt had the answer cry, also promo code BEAR. That's not a promo code. WATP is the promo code, hackamania.com. How the fuck is Christian producing these things now? What's going on? I am going to go with next cry because Christian Blatt said it before and it was even asked. And before that was even a
but it was your idea, right? It was your idea.
Nope. I'm just stealing it. Adam, what do you think?
I'm going with 1. Run away like the shitware.
Okay. I like that. Annie?
4. Making fun of Yori shirt.
Okay. And producer Chris, what do you think?
I also went 4.
All right.
See, Lady Kmart, he'll be busy telling you all that I'm threatening people. I'm not threatening anybody. If I say, when you see me in a room, look the other way, that's not threatening. It just means I don't want to deal with you. If I say, I don't know what I'm going to do if I see you in a room, that's not threatening. Maybe I'm going to cry.
Oh, Christian Blatt. Holy shit. Well done, my friend. I think he got the link or something. I think he's cheating.
Maybe I'm going to celebrate. You can't even get me for an implication.
Wow. You got me there. What a great attorney he is.
You can try. It ain't gonna, I'm sorry for using big words, KB. Sorry, Pinky. I'm using 3, 4, sometimes 5-syllable words. I'm sorry.
Has John ever used a 5-syllable word?
No.
Okay, I was going to say. He's had a 5-syllable sentence before, but a word? I don't know.
But Kate Meany, first of all, after what I hear, Alex Stein now too? Dove, Alex, who's next? Chadley? God. Fucking hell. Get a hold of yourself, girl.
That's all for this time. Come back next time to find out if you are man enough to poke a dabbler. Brought to you by patreon.com/Cardiff Electric and Hackamania. Go to hackamania.com right now and get your tickets using promo code JT to save 10% on your tickets. If Carl said any other promo code while I was talking, he's a big
Didn't get
even
me.
if he didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. There you go. Fuck.
Sit, Eugene, sit. Good
Got
dog.
me.
He knows you well.
He does.
Da.
Shout out to Cardiff. Great job last night with Chad Zumock.
Yeah, that was great.
Very, very impressed with that. Not an easy thing to do. Wow. What an episode. What a show. What do we do now? What do we usually do after to poke it down?
Rocco was going to introduce us, and then we came out with our debates, and we debated, I guess.
Well, I have a new review if you want to hear it.
Yeah. Annie, I would love to hear a new review from our review girl, Annie. What do you got for us?
This one comes in from Cranberry Electric. Thank you for updating your review and / leaving a new one. This one says, Carl is a backstabber and a liar. I also have it on good authority that Carl eats poop. Could you imagine such a thing? He puts poop in his mouth, hot steaming poop on that silly face. He chews the poop, he swallows the poop, and then he smiles a poop smile. Carl eats poop.
Like a shit-eating grin? Is that what they're trying to say? They have going
No,
on?
it's a poop smile. Very different.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
He eats half as much of poop as you think he does. He really, it's not.
Yeah, it's only 50% of the poop that people say I'm eating.
Really, not that bad.
Cranberry has a big swing on his reviews. The last one was 1 star. The one before that was 1 star. This one's 5 stars. So,
well, thank you.
At least he likes you eating poop, I guess.
Yeah, keep it up, Carl.
I aim to please. I'll do whatever people want me to do. I didn't get a chance to listen to voicemails today because I'm on vacation. Now, we'll get caught up on Saturday. I promise. E-Rock will be on. we'll listen to the voicemails. I didn't get a chance to listen today, but Annie, anything that you're promoting?
I would like to promote my YouTube channel. If you want to watch me get mad at a game I streamed last night, go to my YouTube channel, Insanity, INSANNEITY.
Very good. Adam, anything you're promoting, my friend?
I encourage everybody, if you can, watch the full Opie episode on his channel. Let's all pick one of his channels and watch it on the same one, and see the whole story and the more horrific elements of it. And if you can, toast your mother or Greg Opie Hughes's mother or anybody's mother on Thanksgiving. Skål.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love it. Captain Cheese. Is promo code COME still valid? No, the promo code is WATP. Hackamania.com. Promo code WATP. We'll all be there. The four of us will be at in Las Vegas, April 10th through the 12th. Wouldn't you want to be there too? Team Queef and Beef. Hey, 1 year with WTP. Much love, boys. Grow some shoulders, PC. Kidding, love ya.
That's low.
Team Queef and Beef, thank you for being a member for 12 months. I do appreciate that. We wouldn't be here without support from people like Queef and Beef. Sean, the producer. Why is there a tiny Cardiff behind Cardiff? Cardiff has fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing about Cardiff and his debate with Chad. Say what you want about Cardiff. No one's having more fun in the Dabbleverse than Cardiff Electric. You can't take that away from him, and it's very difficult to argue with the guy.
Subreddit surfing is back and has been very funny.
Subreddit surfing with Vinny Paulino.
I gotta go. Bye. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Brennan.
Go fuck yourselves. Have a good week.
Okay, folks. Guess what? The episode's over.
I don't know. Who gives a shit? Why am I even still doing this? I'm out of here.
That was a great episode.
That was really great.
Okay, bye.
Restless.